Yo, yo, yo. Hello, friends. Oh, dude, what a day. But I managed to get live still, despite hurdles, despite barber appointments, uh, the background being covered with baby stuff. I'm still live for you guys, chat. Can you believe it? Hello, Captain Muja. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Today's the weirdest day. Very unorganized of me to be live this late, but it's fine. We're still gonna do a short stream. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Gonna go through over those. I don't think we're gonna get to play alpha today. I think they started the latest phase. We can also look at that. But tomorrow I will have a longer day, and then man, I kind of hope to like be done with content that exists so that I can create my own content. But there's just so much shit coming out with alpha stuff. It's gonna be rough with only streaming 2 days a week. I need to add another day. I need to somehow add another day of streaming. Then I can also do some stuff that's not just reacting to new content that's coming out. But today's not that day, guys. I need to just check one more time my PC before I stream my desktop. You saw the Ellie tweet about the healer stuff? I mean, I saw it. I don't think I read all of it. It's like, I fully disagree with people thinking that this healer change is now gonna make healers really bad or feeling useless or whatever. I think that's full like crazy talk. And but I mean, we'll see how it plays out, I guess. Okay, I can stream my screen. We will get to that as well. Let's see, whatever Wowhead throws us the news, whichever order they do, we're gonna use that. Okay. I don't worry, this overlay is gonna go away. Last time I moved my camera to the right, and that was actually better. It's better for Wowhead React, so we just do that again. Just need to position it. There we go. Okay. So we have. Wait, is this the first page? Yeah, it is. I didn't. Last time I had it like all prepared and open in tabs. This time I had no chance to look at stuff, but I know I saw on Twitter posts and stuff, so I know there is content to be talked about. Oh, this is a pinned news. I guess this is like the more interesting stuff. Although that doesn't seem to be true. Interesting. I don't think these are the interesting things. Yeah, no, fuck the pinned news. All right, we go. No more duplicate pets on login. We don't care. More special effects. Midnight Season 1 tier set updates. That sounds cool. We look at it. I think we go one by one here. This looks pretty good, honestly. Holy moly. Is this Warlock or what is this? Holy shit, that looks insane. Guessing this is Hunter. Priest also looks pretty good. And this is Vori. No, this is Shaman, I guess. Damn, yeah, these look amazing. Like these two on the right look really good, I think. Please move the GrabTap thing to the right. Oh yeah, true. Let me. Why is it still showing like this actually? One sec. I need to give the baby stuff to my wife. Okay, it should. Oh, it shouldn't be like this. Did they change it? What the fuck? BRB quick. Okay, this GrabTap thing is massive. We're gonna make this smaller. That's too much otherwise. Tiny bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This is the sets apparently. The warrior one is not in this picture. Nice color options as well. Damn, yeah, the warlock one is pretty insane. Okay, I see why warrior is not in the picture because it's the worst one out of them all. Okay, that's a good bait. But yeah, don't care too much, honestly. It's weird. I don't expect too much from this tier set because the effects aren't that good. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like the looks shouldn't be that good as well. I don't know. That's how it feels to me, but I guess that's not how they do things. Blizzard announced 2025 student art contest. That's cool, but don't not care enough about it to click it. Legion Remix Phase 2, Turbo Boost, Midnight Phase 4, MDI and more. I feel like there's a summarization of interesting posts, but I'm not interested in all of them. October 23rd, Infinite, whatever the fuck. Extra Turbo Boost quest. Okay. I'm so gone from retail. I have not touched retail since Alpha came out. Brawler's Guild available for testing. 11.2.7. That sounds fun. That's good. Maybe that's when I come back and do it without the Turbo Boost gear. What Ashbringer replica now available from the Blizzard? Oh shit. That's pretty cool. For only $120. Wait. This can't be that big, I guess. How big is this thing? Stand dimensions. The sword is 11 inches. How, or is this inches? What is this? 27 centimeters. So, like, oh, that's very small. It's like this big. That is way smaller than I thought. I thought when they do replica, when you say replica, I thought they do like things in actual correct sizing. That is also this is small. Like no, okay. I'm comparing it to the Lich King sword that they are sending out, which is a lot bigger, right? That's why. This is still cool. Don't get me wrong. I would, you know, they can happily send this to me. I will take it, in fact. But yeah, I was expecting maybe a Lich King style thing. Now, okay, we're getting to the spicier stuff now. Raid frame updates coming at midnight. Okay, so interesting. The important thing here is customization for sure. And man, the one thing I'm gonna miss is I hate how Blizzard stuff or most add-ons show absorbs. And the way I show them is I replace the power bar with an absorb bar. And it's so fucking nice. I love it. I think that is like how it is the best visible thing. That's how it feels to me at least. But most likely I will need to swap over to like the HP getting like overlaid the absorb or something. But okay, let's see what we see here is poison effect. You can put it like this. I really don't like that. Unless... No, I don't like that. I would like to see the spell that is that poison effect. If this is the poison effect. I don't know what this is, I guess. Maybe it's something else. Felix the Healer Hunter? What? Oh shit. Did they leak? That would be sick if survival became a healing spec, dude. Throw healing bombs to heal your team. It's the cleanse marker. The spell is lower left. It's the cleanse marker. Interesting. Okay, there is a spell here. So this is that poison effect you're saying. Uh-huh. Okay, anything else on first sight? You see when somebody's out of range, you have this. I think this is a bit too much. Like, I don't need this eye on top. I don't like when people are poisoned that they are darkened for whatever reason. Oh, this is offline? Like, no eye meant for me, line of sight. Like, out of range. On top left pala, what is that? Are you talking about the healing cocoon? I don't even know what that means. First of all, I don't know what any of this means, because, like, are these buffs? Why do they not have durations? Maybe this is just a preview. Okay, we're gonna read the post. It's something is either weird here or I'm maybe missing something. Druid HOTS. Yeah, and you want to see the duration on your Druid HOTS. No? Also, Trank is not even a hot now, it was saying. It's just gonna do instant healing. I'm fully lost. I'm gonna read. Across the World of Warcraft development team, we have been closely following community discussions about the upcoming game changes and Midnight expansion and their impact on some combat-focused add-ons as we approach the end of the first month of our Midnight alpha test. We would like to reflect on the conversation so far, clarify aspects of our implementation, and share a preview. All right, yep, sounds good. It is not just rate frames, any sort of UI stuff. We began our alpha with the most restrictive version of our logic in place, ensuring that we were fully addressing add-on's ability to provide an in-combat competitive advantage. Okay. But we did so with the expectation that feedback from players and from add-on developers would help guide us towards the areas where best serving our community meant losing some of our API restrictions. Interesting. They could have just asked as well, instead of just removing everything, and we could have given feedback. But interesting way to do it. I like it, a bit ballsy, yeah. Just shoot someone and ask where it hurts, and then treat them the Blizzard way. I like it, dude. Okay. Okay. We'll have a guide towards areas where best serving our meant loosening some of our API restrictions, adding new base functionality to shore up gaps, and or providing new tools for add-on developers to allow them to build effectively in this new environment. 1,000,000% they should have had said that they do this. I was unironically fuming for days after the alpha dropped. Okay, that's a bit crazy from your side as well. It is the first alpha version, like you can expect shit to be scuffed, yeah. I don't think I'm not surprised personally, but it is also not my first alpha, not my second or third alpha either. So I guess maybe there's a diff there, but yeah, I mean, I was expecting them to backpedal things, change things. It was very obvious. It's just it's still like weird how they're doing this, right? Like, if there was communication before and then they released it, I would have said, okay, I guess this is what we get. But considering they just slammed it out of nowhere, I knew kind of that this is going to change. And I mean, in the end, things are changing, but in the philosophy, nothing has changed, right? Like, their philosophy has been the same throughout the alpha start. So when you check what they want to do instead of what they've done, then you're not surprised at all with current changes so far. The process has been unfolding over the past few weeks, and we're deeply grateful for all the feedback that has shaped our priorities. These improvements will continue as we move towards beta and testing of our endgame content, aided by insights from an expanding pool of testers. While we have been sharing detailed technical updates directly with add-on developers, we haven't always given the broader player base a clear sense of what changes to expect at the night. Yeah, that was also weird to me. Like, there's like these private add-on discords where they're getting this info, but they're not releasing it on official channels from Blizzard. I didn't understand why. I would understand it if that's a channel to discuss things, but it seemed like that Discord was there to inform rather than to discuss mostly. So we could have just been informed as well, because it always got leaked anyways. I don't know. It was weird. As a result, we've seen some players alarmed at the prospect of losing add-on functionality that we expect to be entirely preserved in Midnight. So we want to offer a clear understanding of what is and isn't currently planned to change. Okay. Add-on user interface changes are in active development and will continue to see major changes and iteration throughout midnight beta testing, probably even throughout midnight itself, by the way. All information provided here is subject to change. Okay. The power to customize. Yeah. The main goal of the changes coming with Midnight is straightforward. Add-ons should not be able to automate combat decisions for the player. Combat is an important distinction here, as we have done our best to avoid interfering with access to non-combat information. Furthermore, add-ons should retain their ability to customize how information is presented to the player. Yeah, this is the reason why I'm like not getting why VCARS is losing their shit completely. There is so many things people use VCARS for outside of combat. Like VCARS is just killing itself. WoW is not doing anything, you know? I don't get it really why they are doing this. Like you could have VCARS to, I don't know, customize your frames or whatever, or to show a text even, or to do something with what we are doing, for example, like loot stuff. You can do anything in VCARS, right? It's just super weird that they are. Won't there be likely a VCARS 3? What is the current add-on called VCARS 2? I don't know, but I did not check the VCARS license. VCARS add-on. GitHub. Where is their GPL license? I don't know which one this was. I want to take away freedom to share it. I just want to take away your freedom to share and change it. By contrast, it is intended to guarantee your freedom to share and change free software to make free fellow users. This is that's the most free software. So yeah, you can from I don't know. I'm not a licensed lawyer, but I think you must all the rights to how you may. Yeah, I think you can. Somebody can just fork this project and do changes on it. Yeah. To copy from. Oh wait, changing. Oh, the license document is not allowed. That's fine. GPL you can fork, but still do it under GPL. Yeah. You can't like fork it and then I guess make it private and sell, but you can't do that anyways with add-ons, right? It's not allowed. Like just for Blizzard TOS as well. Guarantee your freedom to share and change free software to make sure the software is free for all its users. Yeah. So people can't fork it. I think people will if VCARS doesn't do anything about it. I'll be very surprised. And if it's not VCARS, it will be a completely different project. Like somebody is going to create something. Like 100%. Mark my words. If there is nothing, like latest by the second patch of Midnight, that does everything that the game allows, that VCARS was letting us do, then you can become an Echo Raider. And I'll actually come raid leaders. I'll step down. Fuck it. There will be guaranteed something. Like whatever the game allows, there will be an add-on allowing that. Coders are fucking crazy, guys. Like a lot of them just do these projects just for fun. They are completely fucked up. Most of these add-ons just got created for fun. They're not there to like make money or anything. So people will just do it. There's so many people that are coders playing WoW. It's insane. It's crazy. So no doubt in my mind there will be something. Okay, but we were talking about, yeah. Midnight will continue to be capable of providing many of the features and customizations players have long enjoyed. This includes adjusting the look of almost everything you see in the user interface, such as ray frames, nameplates, action bars, panels, fonts, and art. Add-ons will also be able to present combat information to the player in ways that differ from our base UI. Let's use a new boss warning UI coming in midnight as an example. This new UI presents the player with a timeline view of upcoming abilities. Yeah, the big weeks one. I don't know why they didn't put a picture for that. I'd also be able to take the information provided and choose a different way of displaying it, such as a stack of countdown bars. They can also change how the timeline looks to help with an accessibility need or for personal aesthetic preference. Add-ons can even, and I got this actually screenshot to me, add-ons can even add their own custom events to the timeline, such as break timers. The weird thing is you can create your own custom event or custom timer as well when combat starts. So if you have a fight that is scripted and it's like not changing based on something happening in the fight, you can create every timer you want, and you could create reminders for people. So it's like this part is extremely powerful, especially because you can do this in combat as well. I don't know if that is intended. I think it should not be intended. But at the same time, even if this was not intended, like this is a big discussion point we have right now. Even if it was not intended, you can use third-party apps to circumvent it, up to just having a person in your ear reminding you of things. So this needs to be clarified for sure with Blizzard. Like what is the intention there with reminders? What is allowed? What is not allowed? What's the idea that overlay is just replace add-ons? I don't think overlays will happen. So overlays could happen for lower end guilds. But even then, I think if something spreads enough, Blizzard will start detecting it and banning people. The reason I know they're not going to do that is because Ian said so, literally, when he was at our event. Like, I'm pretty sure they said, or maybe I misheard something. Maybe it was a dream. I am very sleep deprived and everything during the race, but I'm pretty sure I heard him say, we're not going to allow overlays. But I might be wrong. I don't think so, though. You can't really forbid or minus unless you literally disable add-ons in combat. That's not true. That's just fake info. But yeah, you would need to add some more restrictions than we have right now. Just can't have like timers starting or something like that. But yeah, it's a pretty hardcore restriction, obviously. As another example of midnight add-on functionality, let's look at important casts and nameplates. In midnight, our base nameplates show the player when an enemy is casting an important spell by making it brighter, playing a flash animation around it. Add-ons will be able to adjust the appearance of that important cast state, such as making the cast bar larger or giving it a different animation to suit individual preferences. That's interesting. Yeah. Overlay needs memory access. Traffic is encrypted and direct access will be prevented by Warden. No. No. Pretty much no. I mean, you can detect things on your screen. You can record your screen and detect things there and do like highlight things based on that. In Final Fantasy, it is easier. Yeah, that is true. In Final Fantasy, it's easier because you can read directly like the comms with the server, as far as I understand it. I haven't designed a Final Fantasy add-on. I don't know the details, but that's what I was told. So it's not encrypted how like the traffic is not encrypted, but there are other ways, right? Like technology is pretty far, guys. Recognizing certain patterns on your screen and based on that giving you information is not hard. So you would be able to do a lot of things. And on top of that, you could even have a bunch of players communicating with each other, the information that they can parse through their screen and gather like a pool of data that you can share across your group. For example, sharing everybody's CDs, like everybody's rate cooldowns somewhere, and then showing that as an overlay. Right? Like, this is not something really hard. It's just going to be against US, obviously. Like, this is obviously breaking the philosophy that's they're trying to implement here. League has crazy anti-cheat. It has overlays, but I guess some of them are allowed or something. I don't know what the rules in the league are. I don't know what their philosophy is also, and also I don't know what's like if there's a distinction between pro play and casual play. I I would guess they don't give a fuck about the casuals that much, whereas when it comes to uh, like worlds or tournaments or whatever, I'm guessing they have to stick to certain stricter rules. How is the chance LUI will not be worked on anymore at midnight? Yeah, this is another thing. Like a lot of the add-on owners, and this is I think what's happening with VCARs, right? Like all of this is just a lot of work for the add-on developers, and most of the bigger ones, I'm guessing they're on maintenance mode. They're not on cooking mode. They have cooked hard, created something. Now they're probably working on other projects and don't have the time to adjust all of this to the new API and restrictions that Blizzard is providing, and that's why they might say, you know what, I'm done. So we might see add-ons like disappear because of that, but at the same time, also more people, like new people, will come in. So I'm not too worried. Um, yeah, worst case, you might need to swap some of your add-ons around. Like you posted earlier today, that LUI development is halted as of now. Yeah, I can imagine it's just too much work right now for people. I mean, they want to probably see what Blizzard is planning to do. Like, no point working on things. It's like when Trump is playing around with the tariffs. People are like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like, there's no point investing into this now because it's way too risky. You know, like, do you want to invest your time into add-ons in World of Warcraft right now? What are you doing with your life? Blizzard might be like, "Nah, you're gone." You know, and then you've been working for a month for nothing. So I would also not work on it right now. But I think once the dust settles down and we're locked in what we're getting, pretty much, I think people are gonna have to make a decision. Some people will indeed stop, and I think a lot of people might start developing something or take on projects that have been abandoned. It's not the first time. I'm pretty sure I've seen in the past like massive, like bigger add-ons changing developers because the guy was like, "Nah, I'm going to stop doing this," and then somebody else picked it up and started developing. Not saying that will happen with VCARs, but maybe half the team of VCARs doesn't want to do it, but there's other people that are like, you know what, I'm going to lead this project now and go for it. I mean, it's like even though it's not really massively monetizable, it's the free market principle, right? If every person stops selling potatoes, there's gonna be somebody that's like, actually, I'm gonna sell some potatoes. Why not? Nobody's doing it. It's whether they're gonna earn money from it or recognition or they want to become like famous or like whatever the fuck. There's gonna be someone doing some of these things. Yeah, and also considering that the things you can do are not that complex anyways, I think it's going to be not that much work. But yeah, I can see it being painful, all the functionality you've added over the years, that you have to strip them down one by one. I can see the frustration in the add-on developers for sure. Okay, we were here. Overall, you can think of it this way. If the UI displays a piece of combat information, add-ons will, in most cases, be able to present that information to you in a different way. The only thing here that I have not seen yet is auras. Being able to whitelist and blacklist auras is not part of the WoW UI, and also there is no way of doing it as an add-on. I'm wondering if this will be added. I think that is probably like one of the bigger features that people are going to lack. if it does not get implemented, and it will be very noticeable. There will be quite a lot of friction playing the game, noticing that you can't separately display your buffs or debuffs, especially debuffs. I mean, buffs, your own buffs you can do, but externals you can't, right? Not being able to display that you have spell warding, for example, that's kind of crazy, right? You don't know that you're immune to spell damage. That is crazy. You can look at the top right and try to find it between 25 other buffs, but that's rough. So I don't know. I feel like they have to kind of add that, and I've not seen any communication regarding that. And that's, I think, the single biggest feature that is currently lacking, I would say, filtering buffs and debuffs into places, which is also the core usage of weak auras for people, right? I mean, like literally, it's in the name, weak auras. Like it's the auras that you want to display. When you get a buff or a debuff, you want to show it. I think we're gonna really miss that if we can't get that. Also, at the same time, I don't think there's a world where you wouldn't be able to do this. I will be shocked if we go live and we cannot show debuffs in a filtered way in a separate position on our screen. I'll be very surprised. However, add-ons will research common information to drive custom logic or make decisions for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are actively working with add-on developers to address any issues they're facing with the new APIs to give them the maximum amount of customization possible while still meeting our goals. And this is the thing, it wouldn't really disturb their goals to add this functionality as long as it isn't something necessarily like crazy customizable, and also is very easy to add. Like the last thing you want is you do all of this, and then when you start playing the game, you need to type down every external you want to track one by one, their name, or one by one type every debuff you want to track and create different anchor points or different things. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. Nobody wants to deal with it. I would rather not have the ability to do it than having the ability and then having to do all this stuff. And I feel like a coder man again. I just want to have like a nice UI that's pre-built for me. And then I can change the looks, maybe make things a little bit bigger and smaller, but I don't want to mess around too much with it. And this, I think, would be probably good for the game, and would feel better as a player, and also not disturb their philosophy. For examples like that, they should just make the corner of your screen glow in some color, kind of like it does flash when you're low HP on some games. I don't like that, man. I don't know. Like, people are not gonna be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy with that, because like, which external do you have? Do you have like some damage mitigation? Do you have a spell immunity, physical damage immunity? Do you have a blessing of freedom? Do you have a tiger's lust? Like, I don't know. Just show it somewhere. Allow, like, I don't know, 3 anchor points for different type of buffs, 3 anchor points for different type of debuffs that the game determines itself. Like, I don't know, utility buff, defensive buff, and offensive buffs, and then you have a separate one or something on your debuffs, like important debuffs, not so important debuffs, and then like the super long debuffs are like well fed, like the trash debuffs, kind of. Do something like that, and let's just roll with it. And then honestly, if there's like too many things showing still in certain places, adjust the game that you don't get that many debuffs or buffs, so that it makes sense that you can do it this way. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't want to deal with like super lack of information. I think it's really weird. If you got like how are you gonna notice? Like, if you got external PS Iron Bark, like, I would like to see that. I got 3 externals on me, right? Like, I'm immune to everything basically. Like, and there's gonna be a glow on my thing. Like, nah, just tell me the proper thing. I mean, at that point, I will just look top right, you know? I will just look at my buffs top right, and I will just do the tuck, 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 rapid eye movement with my eyes. And I can do it. But I don't think it's like, what? This is not really fun, right? It's not, I don't think it's their philosophy for us to do that. But people will do it. So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Scratch dust. No, I can actually go really quick with my eyes, guys. I don't know if I've ever shown this on stream. This is part of where the, can you see it? I don't know. I can go faster actually. I would do this like super fast back in the days. At some point, it starts vibrating. But yeah, that's creepy. Sorry. No turn rate. No, like when you do it, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but I can do it at least. And at some point, the whole vision gets like crazy cooked, and I recorded it once, and my eyes just start vibrating. Is that a Turkish thing? I think that's what happens when you play in rapid eye movement. It's like as a perk. Okay. Where were we? Oh, TTS. Oh, this is interesting. I'm actually shocked by this TTS stuff. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Continued focus on accessibility. As part of our continued support for text to speech, we're working on the addition of a new feature in Midnight to provide combat audio alerts. This system will allow players to turn on TTS alerts for various important combat events. Some examples include the ability to announce when combat begins and ends. What? A TTS when like combat starts and ends. Like letting you know combat over in case you didn't notice. Like combat starts. Okay. To announce your health and announcing your health and resource at regular intervals. I've never heard of that's crazy. I've never heard of that usage before. But it tells you like 34% or what? And resources regulars. Mostly for blind players, I guess. I guess so, man. I don't know how. I've not heard yet from anyone that they're like blind and they need the TTS alerts, but it of course makes sense for the blind people. I just don't know any blind people. I've only seen one YouTube video of a blind person, and literally on the first frame, he fell down like into nothingness and died. And I was laughing, and I had to turn the stream up before I get canceled. So I'm not looking too much into blind people anymore. I don't want to get canceled, but I guess this makes sense for them. Not the current use of TTS, that's for sure. Currently, you have like, I don't know, diamond left 3, use personal, something like that. So they're looking at you. Nah, bro, you can't say these things. One shame was what? Sorry. One Sham was streaming his arenas and got 2K. He was using external voiceover add-on. He was blind, or was he using the add-on only? If he was blind, that's the impressive part. You gotta mention that part. If somebody's blind and got 2K rating, bro, I am embarrassed actually for my own skill. He was blind, fully blind. Not no way. He must be like 80% blind or something. Imagine you fight against this guy, you know he's blind and he beats you. What do you do? Gotta quit, or? A few years ago, he had a cam on his setup with no monitor. What? That's crazy. That is impressive. Yeah, I've never seen that before. 2K rating. What would be more impressive is if his teammates were also blind. If somebody beats me without using a monitor, I'm gonna quit the game. It is what it is, guys. I think that's the time to stop. Yeah, just go do something else with your life. But 2K sounds pretty high as well, so he'll probably beat me. Good thing I didn't face him. That's crazy. Have you seen the new Sounders on Alpha? I've seen some of them last build, but I haven't logged into this build at all yet. It's not like you need to see much in Arena. I mean, I would like to disagree. He just line of sights you, I want to say, but like you're obviously always line of sighted, I guess, when you're blind. But like, how do you know if he's out of line of sight? I guess maybe you can get an alert for that. Like, but what do you do? Like, you hear like he's out of line of sight, and you're like, well, I guess I'll wait until he comes. Like, how do you find him? Nah, bro, this sounds crazy. I don't believe it. I I don't believe until I see it. I want to say, but maybe to be more inclusive, until I hear or see it. A tons of macros made with follow command. Okay, if his mate is carrying him, I don't want to say it, but that is carrying. If you're using follow macros on your mate and he's showing you where the enemies are, come on, man, you're getting carried. Let's be real. I can see that. Yeah, you can carry people to 2K. That just literally smashing buttons. And especially if he's any good with like, I don't know, pressing stuns and stuff, you can almost solo. Like, yeah, like people are really good at PvP. So I don't know if his teammate is also at 2K level and not above, then that's impressive. But otherwise, you can get carried hard. PvP players are insane. Like the high end of PvP is fucking crazy. Yeah, but still sounds fun. Yeah, I don't think this is like anything amazing though for normal players that would like want to abuse this or something like that. Plus, also when you gain or lose a secondary resource, like combo points. Yeah. Turns your target's name and health, and more. Yeah, none of this sounds like we're gonna benefit from this, which is fine. Like the idea isn't to benefit from this, right? This more like feels like you're gonna be able to level up or something, maybe using these things. Like I don't think you're gonna do some insane like mythic raids thanks to these mechanics that they're implementing. There will also be options, and I mean also like at some point I understand that they can't make everything accessible for everyone, right? There will also be options to choose voice speed and volume settings. Oh, that's interesting. Never seen like the speed of a TTS be changeable. That could have made sense for us actually. The ownership will appear under the UI menu, accessibility slash commands. Okay. It's 6 years old. It's the only clip I found of him. Oh, wait, I guess we want to hear this.
You're doing great, sweetie. Oh no, they see us too. Oh no,
oh shit, he's getting killed. Says one. Wait, look at this stuff.
If he dies, you're bad.
Raid 1, 2, 3.
We win!
He's ready to heal 12 man raids.
Sick. Holy shit. Oh my god.
He's playing with some macros. I mean, yeah, if your arena mate is really good, I mean, obviously you can win fights at 2K rating, yeah. But I don't know, guys. It's rough. Like, this is just rough, yeah. If blind people are enjoying it, it's better than nothing, I guess. But you can't expect that they will have the same accessibility as someone who can see. Like, it is what it is, right? It's just not gonna happen. Um, yeah, I've seen, you know, probably worse skilled people get boosted at this rating. Like it's also how good your partner plays. Uh, okay, healing and rate frames. Over the past weeks, we've heard clear feedback from healers about limitations in our default rate frames. While add-ons will still be able to significantly customize the look and feel of these frames in midnight, we are working on improvements to help address some of the issues players have been relying on add-ons to solve. We're adding a setting allowing players to choose from 3 different layouts for the information shown in each player frame. The existing layout, name top left, bottom right, above bottom right, debuffs bottom left, dispels top right. I find that really weird, by the way. The way I have it is that I will see dispellable things on the top right always, but I'll see the icon. Like, why would I see a poison icon? Instead, I see the icon of the spell and I'll have the border with the color that it like corresponds to, right? So this would have a green border and would be on the top right. And if it was a magical thing, it would have a blue border. Curses will have a purple border or like pinkish. And diseases more like this yellowish thing. That makes so much more sense to me. This sometimes you have different types of dispels as well. Like, are they gonna show multiple icons here? I don't know. Or multiple like logo icons or whatever you want to call these. But anyways, either way, it's fine, right? You can see it. But so remember, we're adding 2 additional configurations inspired by popular add-on offerings for dispels. Diseases are making them bolder on the frame, so they are easier to notice, along with color and border visuals. Oh, they have it. Oh, they're doing it. Oh wait, no, they're talking about border on the rate frame, not on the icon. I see. Yeah. Okay. Work in progress. We're also adding support to display when a player has a major defensive or similar ability active. Yeah, this is honestly crazy. Like whenever we saw this, I don't know when was the last time that I saw a healer like not track ice block or something like that. Like, man, the amount of hair I lost over this is crazy, guys. I would like you will like randomly look at some gameplay of your healer and you're noticing that they don't track ice block or like cloak or something. Like, oh, it's just so sad, guys. Yeah. Like, imagine you're on 10% sitting in ice block and your healer thinks you're dying. Like, am I playing at this level? You know, it's just like, ah, the amount of like hope I lost in people in the past. It's very, very sad moments, very sad things. Is there a picture of a pizza behind you? Yes, sir. I am a pizza lover. Although I have not eaten pizza since actually like 3 days. So yeah, I do eat pizza quite a lot. But I didn't make a homemade one since a long time. I'm trying to not make homemade unhealthy things anymore, and it's really hard. I love to make pizza. I did all sorts of like stuff with dough in the past, but I'm trying to not do these things. I'm only eating healthy, and it's rough, man. I miss those days. I need to get healthy so that I can eat unhealthy again. You know, that's the plan. I usually blend a can of tuna with milk and whey protein for a quick snack. Yeah, you're fucked up, sir. That's crazy. You should have like a disease debuff on your rate frame perma. I'm going to watch Survivor season 40, episode 4, while eating pizza today for sure. My goat. I don't blend the can, of course. Yeah, that's good. That's the good part. You don't have a cheat day? Nah, I don't do anything like that. I mean, sometimes I'll eat slightly unhealthy, but I'm not gonna like label a cheat day or something like that. Just generally watching out what I eat. Trying to eat non-processed stuff. That's the main thing, I think. I don't care like how much I eat that much anymore. Um, So, but I try to eat like natural stuff, you know, like as little processing as possible. Fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, chicken. Chicken I try to avoid because they juice them up too much. But what's the other bird that's not a chicken but it's like bigger? That like bird meat is fine. How do you go from rate frames to food? Because somebody asked what the pizza displayed behind me, which you can get if you just type exclamation mark display and check for their website. There's tons of pizzas here, guys, that you can get. There you go. Tack. Oh, look at that, by the way. I'm gonna get this displayed as well. This will be coming out in 4 days. I'm gonna promote it when it comes out too, but you can already bookmark it or mark it on your calendar, guys. This is a pretty cool Illidan display, limited edition that's coming up, and it's gonna be like glowing in the dark apparently and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, it looks pretty sick. But you can also type pizza. It's not even a plug, honestly. I'm just showing this way because I think this is something you might like. Okay, these are not the displays I would like, honestly. But less people, more pizza. That's kind of nice. That's kind of funny. Where's the one I got? Oh, I can't find it anymore. There's too many. Oh, damn! You see this? Holy moly! Okay, stop looking. Stop looking. This is too naughty right now on stream. We don't want to get hungry. I'm trying to eat healthy. I said, guys. Okay. Too good. But yeah, that's one of my favorite displays actually. Hello, Netzo. What's up, man? And thank you, Smoke One, for the sub. Actually, I don't have any sub alerts nowadays. Yeah, that's a bit sus. Like I'm not hearing the fact that I'm getting a sub. I need to fix that. Nice haircut. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Where's a pizza stream? Oh yeah, true. I need to do a pizza stream, right? Oh man. True. I did promise such a thing in the past. I don't know why I did promise it, but okay. Oof. I was just at the start of this today saying like once we like I wish I could have less React content so we can do more bullshit stuff and like my own content. But there's so much things coming out with Alpha every day. The fishing stream is hard. I'm not gonna lie, the fishing stream is gonna probably take some time, maybe when I retire, but pizza stream at home is quite easy, so I could do that technically. Let me think about that. Yeah, let me think about it. But it's rough. Too much content to go through. You got 4 more years for 10 years. Spike pizza takes time. What? 10 years? Spike pizza takes time. What is spike pizza? But yeah, you can like make the dough and then it waits in the fridge for 10 years and then you have the perfect pizza dough. I heard. Okay. Oh, are we done with this? Oh, we're also adding support display when a player has a major defense. Oh yeah, active. We will also make role-specific debuffs like tank swaps larger, so players who are playing that role can know they need to pay special attention to them. Again, add-ons will be able to reskin raid frames or create totally custom raid frames for those who prefer that. But can I make also certain buffs smaller or bigger? I'm guessing not. I'm not even guessing, like I know not, basically, yeah. There will be role-specific stuff, but you can't change it yourself. Interesting. What's really concerning to me here is that you don't see durations of the things, but surely they will show you the durations of abilities. Turkish food stream when you go to a sick food place. So much good food in Turkey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Sometimes we go out eating in Germany and stuff. And I'm like, these guys, man, what are they? They don't know anything. They don't know. It's like you go into a cave and with the caveman, like they're talking about like seeing the light once and how exciting it was and stuff, you know. And they're like, you guys don't know jack shit about food. Fuck off. Don't talk to me about food. You know, there's really good food in Turkey. That's true. That's like the one thing the Western world is lacking. Like also like accessibility is a thing as well, right? If you go to the most expensive restaurant, you're probably gonna have really good food in the Western world as well. But here, you go to like any fucking place, bro, and you get really good food. That's the and like so much diversity as well. So yeah, that's pretty good in Turkey. I gotta admit that. All the Road to Midnight, all the forthcoming changes and iterations on these topics will be testable in future builds. Providing clarity. While they will no longer be able to analyze real-time combat info, add-ons will continue to be an important part of WoW. We're excited to make more improvements and will continue to iterate based on community feedback as we go. Honestly, I think add-ons should have been like this from the very beginning, man. That would have solved a lot of this talk and a lot of issues, I feel like. Yeah. I really like the direction they're going. Sometimes I post things on Twitter and people are like, oh, look at this guy. He's so mad or whatever. Like, I'm not mad at all. I'm loving this, dude. I've been, people who follow from the past, like, they know I've been preaching that we should get rid of add-ons since a long, long time. Honestly, baffling to me that people don't want this. Is crazy. It's so healthy for the game. Add-ons allow WoW players to view things how they want them to, and class designers to design stuff without caring about the UI, because the players could figure out how to track that shit themselves. That's true. It is true that this is harder for Blizzard. Yeah, that's true. Turkish pizza is very popular in the Netherlands. You said read comments. Which comments? Where? Oh, you mean on my Twitter? Yeah, we can do that as well if you run out of things. But Turkish pizza, it's called lahmacun. So please learn the fucking difference, bro. I don't know. The amount of time I had to explain this in Germany is crazy. It's so sad that people don't know the correct names. What is Turkish pizza, bro? It's not pizza. I don't know why people call it this. And so a company that thought Commons was a good idea is supposed to endlessly update their UI around new class design. I mean, honestly, Covenants was a good idea if they didn't lock you in. Last season of wait, what expansion was that? Shadowlands. Last season of Shadowlands, Covenants were completely fine. The problem was that you were locked in the previous seasons. That's the stupid part. So, yeah. I can make clear casting base UI so it doesn't show how many stacks you have. What the CD tracker, the buff tracker doesn't show you the amount of clear casting stacks you have? That doesn't sound real. But yeah, I mean, like this. I'm not talking about how they're implementing things again. Like, that's a separate thing. I'm talking about the philosophy behind it. That's the good thing. They can do anything wrong. I mean, maybe the new expansion is going to be completely dog shit. Maybe every boss will get one-shotted. I don't fucking know. They could do anything shit, yeah? It's about what they are intending to do. Yeah, if you assume they're gonna suck at everything, I mean, maybe they do Covenants 3 times as deep now, and every time you need to make a new character for a different tree. Like, I don't think this is the discussion. Let's say people, and I'm okay when people criticize that. When you say like Blizzard, you've been doing many things wrong. You got to get this right. Yeah, the philosophy is good, but what your people are not trusting you. That's completely fine thing to say. I'm not arguing that. I don't give a fuck. That's great. I'll support you in this. But people say that it's shit that Alan's going away. Like, nah, that's not true. Not true. How long day says midnight beta is soon. Yeah, so we're in phase 4 now. I've only played phase 3, so they added 3 more dungeons after I played last. We could probably run those when I play tomorrow. 2 more delves. I don't care about delves. They could add all the delves. Couldn't give a fuck. There is the hard mode delve boss or whatever that I'm sure we're gonna see a post about soon. What is this? Hey there, Azeroth. Exciting times as we tinker our way into midnight. I, for one, made my first new druid since Vanilla and Legion Remix. You all being a Boomkin EDM style mobile disco ball is crazy and I love it. See you in game beta soon. That's a weird way to announce beta. Such a random tweet. In a beta will open floodgates to many more players as pre-purchasing the Midnight Epic Edition will grant players beta access. Oh, really? Damn. That is quite early, and that's good because you want people to have like to play beta as much as possible, right? As many people as possible. Right now, alpha is completely dead. You log in and there's fucking nobody playing. It's crazy. A lot of people have already alpha access. Like I would guess like probably 500, 400 people at least would have alpha access. No one is playing it. Game trash. No, that's not why. What do you mean game trash? That doesn't make. No, you're just wrong. You just don't play alpha because you don't gain anything like long term from it, right? And people don't want to test for free, basically. Getting Hall of Fame for first 1K. Yeah. I'm gonna get to that probably when I see the news post. They're also creating these PvP zones. Yeah, that's the thing. The PvP thing will probably be tested only with follower battlegrounds. There's no way you get to play 40v40 on my alpha right now. There's not enough people. Also, I don't think anyone gives a fuck about PvP, not gonna lie. Apex talents. That's... We already have the Apex talents. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. Maybe in the real game, you're gonna have a level restriction to get the Apex talents, and you can only spec them after level 90. But you can already talent Apex talents. I don't know. Something is weird here. People are mad because losing UI customization is unacceptable. In my opinion, I don't care about Omni-CD, but if I want to get my dot text to be read when it's going to be pandemic or play the jingle from X-Files when it's going to be pandemic, you can't tell me that it's better if I can't do that. Well, I can actually. It's not about you. It's about the people that CBA setting all of this up to be good at the game. I see the frustration that you're going to become a worse player now with the lack of info and you need to get used to some new system and you have your own thing and CBA learning something new. I fully get that frustration, but it is still healthier for the game to not have to create these little scripts for yourself so that you have an advantage over people who CBA creating those scripts. It's just not a good, like, this is not a way to play a game. CDM can do a lot of those things. I don't know what CDM is. It's not in the way I want them displayed specifically. Oh, the cooldown manager. For example, you can't track fire blast charges as bars right now. Yeah, no, I understand. There's going to be restrictions. Yeah. I think to a degree, those restrictions are intentional because they don't want people to bother with setting up these UI elements. They want to have some basic thing. Like the standard thing, like plug and play, right? Like that's what you want. You download WoW, you take, I mean, I think even the cooldown manager, like it should be like very simple. I think it's too hard to use right now, to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessarily because of the amount of settings, but it's just not that great. But I'm gonna hope that goes through iteration. But you ideally want to just be able to set up your WoW UI within 2 minutes and you can play. You cannot do that right now. It's just a tilter. And it gives you a significant, a massive actually advantage if you spend your time on your UI. And you could spend like more than a week on just your UI and you're gonna gain massive benefits. And that's just fucked up, dude. That's just not how a game is supposed to be played, in my opinion. You might like that, and there might be a lot of people who like that, but I think the majority doesn't want to do that. They just want to log in and play a game and not feel like they're shit if they don't get a UI from someone else. That's what I think. And it seems like Blizzard agrees. The base UI should be good enough to be playable. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, what did I just do? Oh, I pressed something and it reloaded all the emotes. Um, yeah, and for like your Fire Blast charges, that it should track them in different ways and provide that. I mean, Blizzard can choose to provide that feature, and if it is a simple like part of like UI that you can optimize, like very easily adjust on your screen, why not, right? I don't see harm in it. But my main thing is that everybody has to make that decision for themselves in a simple way. I don't want them to think about it too much or have to think about it too much, and can just get to playing. I want them to just start and go playing. Following that argument, shouldn't reviewing your own logs also be useless? No, I don't think so. Improving your own gameplay, I think, like looking at how you did things and improving based on that, I think it's completely fine. I just don't want to create and like use software to design my UI. I think it's completely different checking how well you played. Oh, if your argument is like theory crafting, like looking at logs and like trying to figure out the best spec, I think even that is to a degree like it shouldn't be very complex. Like I agree that you shouldn't be like sitting on logs and trying to figure out which trinket is better, for example. I think that's just bullshit. I mean, there can be a tiny bit of that, but I don't think you want to sit there and theory craft. I think most things should be obvious, like what item to use in what scenario. If you need to look at logs for that, that's but checking logs to see how well you played your rotation, like you know your rotation, you know kind of what to do, right? You know like 99% of it. Ideally, you know like 80% of it without ever looking at a guide because it's just straightforward. Which, by the way, you can right now, except for talent picking. Talent picking is a bit rough without the guides. You don't have to do any sort of theory crafting or anything. But once you know your rotation, to check how well you did, I think that's completely fine to spend time on. It's what the majority of gamers spend time on when they try to get better in any game. They will review how they performed, whether this is in logs or replay of your footage. I think this is part of improving at any skill in life, pretty much. You record yourself how you did, and you keep track of how well you performed, and then you learn from your mistakes. I think this you can't take away. That would be ridiculous, and I think that is completely fine. Yeah, I mean, it's just how we are as humans, right? Like we learn good from that. You don't just learn skills by just repeatedly doing them. Only you wanna review that. But designing UIs, writing custom code because there's no vCoder that does exactly what you want. Shit like that. Like I was playing Arcane and I was like, the Arcane Soul last GCD vCoder. I saw Gingy have something. I was like, this is good, but it's not exactly what I want. And I'm like sitting there trying to write custom code. I'm like, bro, what am I doing right now? Like, what the fuck am I doing right now? And eventually I was like, fuck it. I'll just estimate if I'm gonna have a GCD or not. I'm not playing a pro level anymore. It's what it is. But I spent like a good 15, 20 minutes trying to figure it out. And I don't want to do that shit. I CBA with that shit. And like a lot of you also are not maybe trying this because you don't care about being that good in the game. But I don't like that people who do this have an advantage over people who CBA because you're not playing better because you're a good player. You're playing better because you just did some random ass shit that has nothing to do with gameplay, in my opinion. Does that make sense? And that's why I'm glad they're getting rid of this. I'm going to be probably one of the people suffering from this because I also spend a lot of my time on my UI because I just like to do things whatever is going to get me stronger. But I think it's still better for the game. Visual customization isn't just textures and fonts, also putting specific buff on one spot that you want. Yeah, that is something I agree on. I think they do need to have. I don't think specific buffs necessarily in specific spots, but some more customization around that I think is necessary. Otherwise, it's just gonna feel awkward to play. But still, I would. If you ask me between like full customizability as we had it now versus you have all your buffs on the top right and then you have the cooldown manager, that's the only separate thing you get, I'll pick this version because I just think the UI of the game needs to become simpler to edit and deal with. But yeah, my ideal thing is you still have some blacklisting, whitelisting on auras at least, like it's some sort of thing, you know. Just stop the Vicar paywall in Fiesta, and everyone gets a good Vicars either way. I think. That is, I think, definitely also a reason why they're doing this, right? Like, it's kind of ridiculous that people are selling their UIs for WoW. In a way, it makes sense because obviously they spent a lot of time creating them, so why shouldn't they earn money from that? But at the same time, it's kind of a gray zone regarding the TOS, and people paying are getting a benefit in the game that people who don't pay don't have. To a degree, unavoidable. Money is always OP. We've talked about it, I think, last week as well. Can get coaching for money as well, and get other tools and be healthier and just be smarter. Money is OP. Like, I'm sure people who are rich just have higher IQ. Like, their descendants will just have higher IQ because they can just take better care of their kids just because they have the money. It's OP stats. Like, money is the best business slot stat for sure. But yeah, it's this directly paying and then getting the VCars is kind of weird. But even then, like, even if the VCars were free, like, you want to edit things sometimes. Sometimes you don't want the thing exactly as the other person wants it. A lot of the VCar packages are also made for aesthetics rather than performance. Like, I've criticized this in the past, the UIs of people. So you want to change your own thing a little bit, and then you don't know how to. Like, all this like friction is just gone when you remove add-ons from combat. So yeah. Piloting VCars and UIs for a living, fixing bugs on demand. That is why you get so OP UIs. True, there's plenty of free options right now that are competitive with paid options. Yeah, true. Yeah, there's good competitive options, I think, as well. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think you just don't want any of that friction. People will probably have still UIs that they are providing with these new settings as well. It's just like a easy default version, like an easy package. But it will be a lot easier to edit people for people who take it, and anyone will be able to recreate it within a day. Like, it's nothing crazy. Why not just increase the quality of default UI and let people who want to spend time with add-ons be able to do so? Well, I do agree that it would have been better if they first fixed the default UI, then cut the add-ons. I fully agree with that. They are speedrunning this shit a bit too much. I don't know why they're doing it. It could be for any sort of reason, honestly. I don't know. From my view, the sad thing is this game is literally out for 20 years and it's so bad optimized when watching race first. I saw multiple people frame rates broke down when it comes to too much effects. Actually, the last raid we had really good FPS at the event, at least. I think because we had the ultra CPUs from AMD, the Ryzen 7. I don't think we had any lag issues actually this last race. But maybe people at home, and also there are things that are not just FPS. The game is indeed pretty bad optimized, especially for like if there's a lot of people in one place, right? Why isn't you playing MDI for methods? I mean, all his like old like standard teammates are in there, right? So and right now we don't have an MDI team either. So that it made sense for him. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. For Shadowlands, we might make an MDI team. I don't know if Jinji will be part of it or if he's going to do his own thing. I don't know. Don't care at this stage yet, though. I mean, MDI was never really a lucrative sponsorship for us, really. It was more to like support the players that are doing it and have our name out there. But still, like it would be a fun project for me. Did I say Shadowlands? Bro, it looks so shadowy. What the fuck? That's why I think I said it. But it would be a for fun project for me to have an MDI team in Midnight, but it's not a priority. Let's say like that. If we can do it, great, and I think we can. But if there's like other projects going on, I don't know. We got sponsored by Square Enix to hold a Final Fantasy event, and we are expanding into, I don't know, Path of Exile or something. Like some weird shit is going on, then I might not care about MDI because there's just no time to finance it and do all the good stuff. Mandatory is close to being Echo Team. Yeah, Mandatory is play. I'm looking for Mandatory because it has the most Echo players. My say, I don't know what's going on in MDI. I have not watched a single game. Like, did it start yesterday or something? I heard on Twitter. I don't know. I'm guessing there was some things happening before this, but I mean, may the team with the most Echo players win. That's my slogan. Blizzard has ordered with the amount of different WoW versions. Yeah, I definitely think so as well. It's a bit too much, but also in a way unavoidable, right? You don't want to cut people's like gameplay and like end the server like and just kill it, right? It's an MMO and people spend time and they want to just keep their characters. But yeah, it is a bit weird the way it is right now. Let's see how it works when all the private servers are cease and desisted and they release Classic Plus. I'm sure they have a plan. Explain to me this: why does World of Warcraft broadcast Arena MDI but don't broadcast Race War first? Attracts way more people and it's the big end game event. It's too hard for them to do it. It's too complicated, right? Like this is right now in the hands of the guilds. They will need to have our permission, pretty much, in a funny way. Even though it's like their game, right? In the end, like technically they can dictate the rules. It's not so easy because we kind of own our own channels and do our own shows. If Blizzard came in and we weren't satisfied with the way they came in, that would result in problems. That being said, I think all teams would be down to work with Blizzard if Blizzard provided a proper plan and like prize money and all of that, right? And like make it lucrative enough for the teams to ditch their own streams. Because that's realistically would be what needs to happen. Like, I don't think it makes sense for Blizzard to just pop another Race of War first stream. I think what makes sense is that they take all the best casters and do their own stream, and we don't do a main show. And that is definitely doable. It's just they need to coordinate everything, and they're like, well, right now we're getting it for free. Why do we bother, right? They're not even putting global release out there. If they make it official, they need to make it fair. They need to get rid of split runs probably, because that's quite pay to win. And it creates a barrier for new teams that want to compete. Like there's a bunch of fucked up issues with Race War First. If you make it an official tournament, that you would need to solve it. And I think Blizzard just cannot be fucked dealing with that. and why would they? We're doing it anyways, right? Like, why would you create a competition if it already exists? If the MDI was already being hosted by some teams and they get the same viewership, why would Blizzard try to take care of it and like throw tons of money to do it? Right now, it's completely free. It's amazing. No wanting to sponsor an event or play for 15 plus hours in a row. I don't even know if that would be a big thing for Blizzard, honestly. Because like, mm, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. I mean, first of all, they can just set restrictions, right? Like they can just say, yeah, you're only allowed to play this amount of hours per day. But also, I would think that that is still fine. Like, think of, for example, Destiny 2. People go way crazier hours there because it's only a 2-day competition, and they are still like providing rewards for the first winner and stuff like that. So I don't think that would be the problem personally. So the amount of advertisers at the pools is insane. Every time you get P3, P4, commercials was totally pain. So the ads on the main channel are completely automatic. We're not playing them when we want because there are a lot of ads. I can tell you that. The Race for First channel is slamming ads. It is what it is. That's how we make money. Like ads on Twitch are the biggest sponsor we have. Let's say it like that. When it comes to revenue made from everything. So that's why we're slamming a lot of ads. They're all automatic. It's not like intended for you to like fuck up your viewer experience. Ideally, we would always have them when we're not pulling, but yeah, it's too hard to control. I don't know. People think like a lot of people think like our production is really good. Like there must be like 6 people, 8 people, 10 people working on it. It's literally one operator and one producer, and sometimes they're not even both at the same time at the PC. So we don't have like a large team or something. So it's all automatic. We can't time it, and that's why yeah, sometimes like it will happen when we are about to kill a boss or. Oh, I think sometimes they do snooze it if they notice like, oh, this is a really shit time. Sometimes you get an OBS on like a pop up say, and then you can say snooze an ad. So maybe sometimes they do that. I'm not sure, but yeah, ads unfortunately. I mean, guys, if you don't want ads, we gotta go to Kick. That's the outplay. They pay the same without ads, so that's we can do that. But I think people will be even more mad. I don't know if they're paying still the same rate, but actually Kick pays more than what you would get on Twitch for playing a shit ton of ads. Yeah, but you could we are actually multi-streaming to Kick and YouTube. YouTube has less ads. So if everyone did watch it on YouTube, you would lose a lot of money. Actually, don't please watch it on Twitch, or watch it on Kick. No ads, and literally we make tons of money. Go ahead. You know, happy to swap like all of you guys to Kick. It's great money, and we're not like advertising anything. There's no stake ads on our stream. There's no Kick ads. There's nothing ads. I mean, there's the sponsors. You know, we will promote our sponsors regardless of the stream, but literally not a single ad on Kick right now. It's OP. Your player is vastly superior. Thank you for streaming on it. We're mainly streaming on YouTube because of TVs and yeah, I think mainly TVs because some of them have like much easier access to YouTube. And a lot of people actually watch the race on TVs. You'll be surprised. Yeah. Okay, we sidetracked quite hard once again. Good job, us. This is exactly what streaming is all about, guys. So Kick get a TV app. Yeah, I don't know if Kick has a TV app, but I know YouTube people watch a lot from TV. Even Twitch people watch from TV, but YouTube is the main thing. Yeah, Kick get a TV app, so you can say screw Twitch. Yeah, I'm always. It's always funny when people are like defending Twitch over to Kick, and then you have like tons of controversies about Twitch, like the shit at TwitchCon, the whole like political issues and everything. Because obviously Twitch has preferences, and yeah, I don't know. It's but people are gonna like hate on Kick. Like, come on, man. I don't know. If the alternative is Twitch, I don't think we're much better off at Twitch, guys. Parts of bumping his own viewers up. Well, I think you have view botting on Kick as well. Maybe it's even worse. I don't know, but Yeah. I'm just saying, like, Twitch is not better than Kick in my eyes, at least. If Kick was enforcing stake ads, I could see, yeah, then I would agree that that's too much. We wouldn't even stream there then, but there's none of it, so yeah, I don't have a problem with Kick. It's sadly falling down more and more, and they change the rules every month, and still the most bad ones are on it. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of Twitch since many years. Kick does not bad. You get paid more. I mean, the best thing about Kick is, I mean, they must be losing money from it. So I don't know how sustainable it is right now, but there's no ads. That's the crazy thing. They're paying more than Twitch, and you play no ads. That is insane. Absolutely crazy. But so many of the people that are hardcore watchers have turbo boosts and stuff on Twitch, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Sure, series on Twitch does. Yeah. Kick has a Formula One team. What the fuck? Okay. Possible midnight release, Data Dynamite with new world events. Oh, what? I didn't see this. Uh, recent midnight alpha will be Dynamite an upcoming world event with end dates that could potentially point to a midnight release. We see no indication of midnight release timelines on alpha, but typically expansion launches are preceded by a 4 to 6 week pre-patch period, which involves some new world event with catch-up gear, new rewards, and more. Uh-huh. These new Dynamite events could be a 6-week midnight pre-patch event with the end date being Monday, March 9th. Oof. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're gonna get the expansion in February, personally. I would be very surprised if the expansion comes out in March 9th. That sounds crazy. Both sides, but I'd rather be on Twitch than on Kick. I couldn't give a fuck, bro. I don't care a single bit about any of these companies. I care about the viewers, right? Like, if the viewers are shit, I'm gonna ban them. If my viewers are great, they can stay. And this I care about, but the rest I don't care what platform it is on. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this is fake info, surely. No way it's that late, right, guys? That would not be good. Wobhead's Midnight Talent Calendar update for Phase 4. New Apex for... So Apex fans are still looking the exact same way, it seems. Let's see, Mage Frost. Yeah, okay. Whatever then. Any range was getting changes in M+, large changes to healing in Midnight. Ooh. Enemy archers and spamcasters and plus will be changed to more evenly spread their targeting across the group. Aha! I was thinking about this actually. Like, basically that 2 mobs cannot target the same guy. I think this is really important on some casts that you can't stop, obviously. We had this on Magzi, I remember, and also on Araz, where on Magzi the shockers and on Araz the collectors, they randomly shoot people. Actually, it's like invisible, so I don't know if people know about it even. But on the shockers on Magzi, you get like this blue circle, and sometimes you would have like 3 ads targeting one guy just out of nowhere. Like, you cannot do anything about it. You won't even notice. Like, on the M plus thing, you can track the target of your nameplate and stuff, and sometimes you can do something about it. On the boss fights, you couldn't even do anything about it. Like, you would just get this, and either you notice within, like, on the rise, you can't even notice it because it just literally just comes and hits you, and on the Mach Z, you would need to notice it like within, I don't know, 2 seconds, that all of them are targeting you instead of one. which I guess with add-ons you could have done. But then like you need to find a way to survive. Like you need to either pop a personal, get an external, or top your HP and spam a health stone or something. I don't know. And it's just Dimensions phase 1 as well. Yeah, true. It has that too. This is just so fucking random. And they have this tech already. I don't know where I know this from, but I know that I've seen some fights. I think they also did this on One Arm Bandits on the ads there, that they spread out the targets or something like that. By the way, I mean, yeah, I think this is a good addition to raiding, at least if they do it. And M plus, I mean, if they're interruptible, I don't think it matters massively, but it will increase or decrease the skill required quite a bit. Because even if the cast goes through, a lot of times no one's gonna get one-shotted. Which means we're gonna probably just pull more. So yeah, nothing big is gonna change. But yeah. Also, I don't know if it was a bug or what, but on Araz, I swear every time we had a person die, when he got rest for like the next minute or two, it felt like that guy got focused down. Like he had like extra threat or something. It was weird. It's getting darker. Time to turn down the lights. This is the best part of the day. Okay, let's look at this stuff. Wait, I know some of this already. Oh, did they? Is this a repeat post? I don't think so. I think there's some new stuff here. We're gonna read it. Hello, adventurers. You guys. As we continue to iterate through the many changes to how the game will play in the Midnight expansion, we've seen a great deal of feedback. To continue conversation. Some changes to diminishing returns, interrupts, and creature behaviors. We want to test out with you. Nice, I like it. Diminishing returns as a brief refresher. Yeah, we already know this. Mobs are no longer gonna become immune on PvE because of DR. They will just become shorter and shorter to 1/16th of the duration, and then just stay at that, never become fully immune. And on PvP, they will become immune after 2 casts. The 3rd cast will be immunity. And the DR duration will be 16 seconds. Yeah, we know that. And yeah, that he's not saying anything new about this. Interrupts. At the beginning of the alpha, we made a change to all interrupts abilities players have, increasing their interrupt duration by 2 seconds each. This change should make interrupt effects more effective when trying to shut down an enemy caster or have them move closer to engage in melee. Also, will feel really bad when you miss a kick in PvP, I guess, and like will feel really good to get the kick. I think that's a bit weird, honestly. Like kicking will be very OP in PvP, I guess, right? Unless I'm missing something regarding PvP, but I don't think so. Healing can be stressful. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. The hot topic of the day, guys. Wait, this change should make interrupt effects more effective when trying to shut down an enemy caster or have them move closer to engage in melee. Oh, true. That's another thing as well. A lot of times you would interrupt, the mob would like walk a little bit towards you. This is what I do to my kids, by the way, and then I tickle them. But like midway, it will start casting again, and you're like, brother, I need another range interrupt on this guy. You know, I would fully tilt you. So that's not gonna happen as much, which is kind of nice. I like that. It was just a tilter, honestly. Like interrupting a far ad, I think that feels good. Even you're like, you know what? I got it for you guys. Let me interrupt the far guy. You guys can focus on DPS, and you feel kind of like a little bit like a hero. And then sometimes you would do it, and it would just. Sometimes you interrupt it, and it doesn't instantly move. It like freezes and looks at you for a second, and then it starts moving, and then it starts casting again. And you're like, I guess I'm not the hero. I need another interrupt. And that's just not great. So this is a good change. Regarding that, healing can be a stressful role when you must manage several things at once. Ooh. Your own healing abilities, your team's health, and the enemy's actions.
They feel like asking the healer to monitor the cast bars of things they don't have targeted while properly using their interrupts was asking too much. Now, a lot of healers lost their minds. Okay, I'm going to read it fully one sec. In the Midnight Alpha this week, we've removed access to interrupts from all healer specs except Resto Shaman. These talents will be replaced with other talent nodes for healer spec in a future Midnight Alpha build. We recognize that this is a significant loss of utility in some circumstances and want to make sure that content available to a healer is still completable, especially considering solo experiences such as the special Dal boss encounters or any other solo challenge experiences. Resto will keep access to Windshare. However, for Resto specifically, the cooldown will be increased to 30 seconds. We like healers having different abilities or capabilities and feel that Windshare is an important part of a Resto Shaman's toolkit. Do I need to read the rest regarding healers? No, okay. Yeah, this is where we can talk about. So a lot of people lost their minds over this. I fully agree with Blizzard, man. Like, how... I think people overestimate either their skill or the skill of a standard healer or both in how they're gonna use this interrupt. Like, this way you just give no fucks about the interrupts, and even if you have to monitor the cast, right? I think you should still look at the cast of the mobs to see if something is going through, right? Like, depending on, I don't know, maybe like, you know, this cast will go through and you can't interrupt it, but then your decision isn't to press an interrupt on it. Instead, like, you heal the target of that mob. I think, 1 second. Okay, randomly my nephew brought me my phone. There you go, guys. I have it now. It didn't ring. I don't have a message. I got my phone now. That's good at least. But what I was saying was, yeah, like, I think if you just focus on your own shit, there's enough things to do as a healer. That's the TLDR. Like, you don't have to be interrupting on top. You can still CC things. You can give people externals when they're low, track their own personals. I guess, like, that's another thing. Like, you have to memorize now everybody's personals because you can't track them, actually. You now have to communicate if a cast will go through or something, because, again, you can't see interrupts. You have to move out of shit. You have to track your mana and what the tank is going to pull next. I guess, I don't know. I think there's enough things to track. I don't think healer is going to be super easy because of this. Healer is already very hard. I don't think the interrupt made it easier. I think it made it more harder, typically, because it's not that hard to just throw a random interrupt, but to coordinate your interrupt so that it's actually used good is hard. And you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to coordinate shit. Just like your DPS should yell or something that they don't have a kick anymore and it's going to go through, and that's all you need to know. So I love healers don't even do damage. Not having a kick will not matter for 95% of us. Yeah, definitely not. Like, people are like, and like, people will have a lot less personals now as well, by the way. At least for mage, that's the case. I don't know. I think other classes are also using some personals. So healing will be quite important, and it's already really hard because you need to make up for everybody's mistakes by healing them up. And it's going to happen at random times. People can randomly decide to stand in shit, and you can save those people. So yeah, I think it's completely fine. I'm actually shocked that people are losing their minds over this. Well, it's crazy. People are so against change. It's actually crazy. I think the big reason is that they get used to it, they become good at it, and then after they become good at it, it is a reason why they are better than at the game than other players. And when it changes, they're like, damn, they're taking my advantage away. I think that's what this is in a lot of cases. Like, complaining about this is crazy to me. I don't know. Which runs are going to be nice in a run and encouraging communication. I think having comms is going to be more important. Yeah, comms is going to be definitely important. It doesn't have to be voice comms. I think there could be some standards. Um, some communication that you do with pings as well and with target markers. I think we're gonna probably see more usage of those. Definitely gonna see more of them in raids, I think. And plus, I would think so as well. I mean, I still think like kicking in plus is still like, even to this day, was quite underdeveloped. Like the coordination of it. So now with add-ons going away, I don't know if it will immediately develop these new systems that people are going to use. But yeah, there's definitely some things you can do to coordinate kicks better. I just need to find the best way and the easiest way, and people will adapt to it, I think. I know you don't care about single player content, but how will they design things like Dell seasonal bosses when they can't make dangerous casts now since healers can't interrupt? I have no idea, but I mean, obviously they can make like custom things for healers, right? Like if you're a healer, do not do dangerous casts or make them do less damage. Like you can just do something baseline like that, or I don't know, they will do something else. I don't fucking know, bro. Make them maybe like not ultra deadly, so you can like external yourself against these or something like this. I mean, obviously, like this is solvable, right? It's more about like how are they gonna make it while also making it super easy for them to code it and not make an exception for every cast. I don't know. They can do a bunch of shit. I don't know how they do things internally. Like when a cast goes through, like how do they decide how much damage it will do? Do they do it based on like a standard HP that the target should have, and then selecting a percent of damage it should do, like 100% of a standard player's HP, which is always, I don't know, 10k, and then maybe for healers they halve that. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're doing it right now even. So I can't tell, but obviously it's solvable, right? I don't think it's a discussion that this is a solvable problem. So yeah, I don't think there's a big problem here. Saddest tiny indie company has figured out intro tracking, and Blizzard hasn't even attempted. Are we talking about Fellowship, or what are we talking about? I love Fellowship kick marking system that shows your kick CD near enemy nameplate. Yeah, they could do something like that. I don't think anyone would be opposed to that. Let's say, yeah, I think Fellowship system is good. Yeah, yeah, I think it makes sense to copy. I mean, I wrote my thoughts on Twitter regarding kicking. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up. I think people were a bit stunlocked that I was saying this. A lot of people thought I was debating or whatever, but there we go. Just remove kick coordination altogether as a baseline mechanic. Reason people don't kick good is that isn't fun. Also, you avoid having to assign kicks, which is even less fun. So I know it's a very hot take. I know a lot of people think like, oh, M plus without kicks would be super boring. I don't think this is the case. I think M plus would be quite fun without kicks. You can still have mechanics without kicks. And I don't think CCs is as bad either. I think CCs are a lot better and more manageable because a lot of them, like, you just use AoE CCs, so you don't worry about it. I also don't think you should be like coordinating 20 CCs, to be clear. But the occasional throwing of CCs here and there, like, is completely fine, I think. My high take is kicking is just fun. Exactly. I don't know. Wait, are you making fun of me, or are you saying what I'm saying, or is that your thought? I'm not sure. But so people ask like, how would you make interrupts fun? And this is honestly my response. Like the big problem that I have with kicking is that you have to kick every fucking pack something. I don't think this is fun. Like, I would accept kicking to a degree if there was every now and then there was a boss, you have a cast outside that you need to kick and get the mob in. Maybe you need to kick them once in the whole fight, or every time a new ad comes in, you need to kick them once. But like the way it is right now, And maybe it's even fine to have a boss where you need to rotate your kicks. But like once every fucking 20 bosses. And maybe one trash bag in one dungeon out of 8. I think that's okay. To have like a unique thing. But other than that, like the way we have it right now, I don't know. I don't think it's like, is this really fun? I don't know, man. I don't think it is. I think just doing your DPS rotation, your positioning, playing mechanics that like kicking is basically you not playing mechanics. Like you're pressing a button to not play mechanics. Like instead just create mechanics that you play and that are fun to play. I don't know. I don't see a good example of mechanic to kick was the Denathrius ads. How did those work? Wait, which phase? Which Denathrius ads did you have to kick? What? Is there kicks on that fight? P2 platform ads? Oh, and when they went through, they like silenced the whole arena, and there was 2 of them. Oh, and then like on the 5th kick, they got immune or something? There's just no positive to kick. I mean, I wrote down some ideas, right? First of all, I would add variety. Yeah, you wouldn't have the same way of just kick to avoid this mechanic. I think that's just bullshit. Like, there should be more things that the kick gets you, not just avoiding a mechanic. Okay. So I have, one solution is to do the chromie thing, right? You have a name. I actually, fun fact, I saw a short or something where Dorky is saying this exact same thing after I posted this. It was crazy, but I was so happy that he is agreeing with me. That basically you have a nameplate with your name, like your image, and you kick your own image. So it's kind of auto-assigned who will kick what, because you know you are going to kick your ad. Like if Chromie had a kick on those ads, and you can only kick it, you can't CC it or whatever, I think that would be completely fine. And the healer one, I guess in this case, wouldn't have a kick. That's completely fine, I think. The occasional kick, not coordination, but you have to look out for your image. Super fine. Other solution, I think the kickable as soon as health sheet depleted is completely fine. Again, a way to use kick. I think this was quite fine to see who on Galivix will do the fastest kick, and you would see also who kicked, and you still can see that actually on the Blizzard frames. So I think this is completely fine as well. And there's more than enough kicks you have. It's very rare that you're going to forget to kick. And you can also choose whether you want to wait longer or kick ASAP. I think that was cool on Galivix Heroic, because sometimes your healers were just blasting HPS, and you're like, we don't need the kick here. Let's just play this longer. Let's get some rate damage and avoid having to deal with the last phase a bit longer, right? Super fun. I like making that decision. So super cool with this. Other one is I've wrote down. I don't even remember this. Oh yeah, like this is just me going fully experimental here, but basically using kick as a way to interact with a mechanic in the fight. Here I was just saying like you could have 2 mobs, and if you kick one, you decide that the other mob's cast will go through. So you kind of pick which ability you want to play, and this could be like a longer, like a 10-second cast or something, right? On some like maybe 6 seconds, I don't know, like on 2 bosses, and you choose which one to play, and maybe you want to, maybe there's 3 of them and you want to do something like this. I don't know, but basically interacting with the fight through kick, you can, I think this is also an interesting thing. Obviously none of this can be like on every pack. Like I'm not saying we should on every pack have this, or on every pack you want to have a health shield to deplete in a kick, but just throw them around occasionally, like implement them in a custom way. Here, kick to kill a mob. Oh yeah, we had that on Razaketh. Completely fine. There was no issue. Like nobody complained about this. I don't think it was super fun to do it, not gonna lie. But it removes the coordination at least, which is, I think, good enough. If it is done occasionally, if every pack had this, would be garbage. But if there's a boss occasionally that does this, or a trash pack that does this, super fine. Yeah, and I could think of like countless such examples, guys, where you can use kick. You could have a somebody gave like the Guild Wars example where you deplete like the energy of a mob by doing these kick type of abilities, and then eventually he gets vulnerable. But basically, if you interrupt, if you throw like 3 kicks onto a guy, I don't know, he will get stunned, and you can do 50% more damage or something like this. Just like, I mean, okay, gotta figure out how you balance that and stuff, because some people have lower CD on kick and stuff. Like using kick as a tool to interact with mobs and mechanics, rather than to only stop a mechanic every single time on every fucking pack in M+, I think is just so much better. Reduce the amount of coordination requirement, and make the kick worth it. Also, of course, rewarding your kick as well. That's another thing. Like there, but again, I wouldn't do it every time. Like I wouldn't want to have on every kick, on every fight, on every pack, you got a kick and you get a 5% damage buff or whatever. I think that's not good. But if you have a occasional pack like that or a boss like this, I think that's good. That's great. Basically, diversity and reduce the coordination requirement, and I think it's great. Setting plus around kicking is also exceptionally bad for skill differences. Good groups can coordinate kicks, packs can't. So what do you, as the designer, do? Exactly, yeah, it's really shit as pugs. But even like good groups, I mean, a lot of times people wipe because a kick went through, even in good groups, or a stop went through. But yeah, and like when you wipe to it, you don't feel good about it. Like you don't feel like you just change, like you improve by changing your philosophy more. Like it's literally just one dude pressing his interrupt at the wrong place. I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel good about it. I don't know. I don't think it's fun. Like I feel like the lesson you should learn once you wipe is like either you overpulled, or you didn't focus the correct target with your DPS, or you didn't press your personals onto a mechanic that is like hitting you. Kicking is just like not it's not even that the fact that they didn't kick. It's about when people miscoordinate their kick because like they targeted the wrong mob or something. Like it's just and also every fucking coordination typically, like either you plan a shit on about your rotations, if the mobs live long enough, like you'll have issues otherwise, right? One of the kicks won't be ready, like a range kick won't be ready, whereas a melee one is ready. Unless you plan ahead for like 30 seconds, depending on how high your key is, like eventually most pugs that I've played keys with at a high level will start YOLOing their kicks. And when you do that, it's just RNG whether you kill the mobs or not. Your first example is presented at midnight with a boss fight in one of the new dungeons, actually. Oh, like a nameplate that you kick? This one? Which boss? I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I did see it, and that's why I got the idea to kick the right one. Oh, the new build. Oh, I didn't play that one yet. Okay. Defiance bar. Yeah, I never really understood how this works in Guild Wars. When unlocked, players can use control effects, also known as crowd control, to deal damage to the defiance bar. Yeah, they don't interrupt it. Like, they don't have an interrupt. They have CC spells that they throw at it, and then that makes them break their defiance bar. Not exactly the same, but I do see something like that could be doable, right? It's just weird because like kicks is off the GCD, and like like in Guild Wars 2, your abilities actually do something, and they're on the GCD, and they get rid of this bar, and you slowly get rid of it, and then eventually you do something. With kick, it's like sort of button you press and you press and forget about it, kind of. So there would need to be something more intelligent going on here. But yeah. Either way, I mean, the way it is right now, I'm not a fan of. I was actually, honestly, yeah, we were sponsored by Fellowship and all, and game looks great. I already have it downloaded, and I might play it. But I was actually quite sad when I saw that they put a big focus on having spells like interrupts and interrupt coordination as part of their core game. I think you can design cooler things than that. Yeah. It's a coordination that makes it a pain. I think if instead of restarting it, just delay the cast, it'd be fine. Easy change as well. That's an interesting thought as well. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like what we got right now. Like just basically reducing the coordination and making it a bit more diverse. That's all I would want to see, pretty much. Lost Ark has same with specific abilities, causing more CC to stun an ability, and you also had grenades with massive CD if you're losing a check. Causing more CC to stun an ability. Like Guild Wars 2, you mean? Yeah. Said by someone, yeah, this was also a thing by someone who doesn't actually enjoy pushing keys, wanted content to fit to their enjoyment rather than people it was actually made for. This is such a stupid take. Even if I did not enjoy pushing keys, that would still not invalidate my opinion. But on top of that, I enjoy M+. I was fully cooked in the head. Why does he even assume this? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, kicking 0.2 seconds after someone else, obviously a tilt there. A lot of people also mistaking fun and how important it is. How is kicking not fun? It's a simple button that's insanely important for your team to live 95% of the time. Horrible issues for not kicking. It's like, I never said I'm not kicking, yeah? Never said, there was another comment like that, where was it? I don't even know, but like acting like I said kicking is something people shouldn't do or something. Kicking is like the most important thing in M+. Kicking and stops is the biggest important thing, and that is what is bothering me. Like, there's kicking, there's CCing, and then there's knowing all the gimmicks. This is literally M+. Like, using personal is not that hard. A little bit if you need to, like, knowing how much damage each thing does and when to use your personals. But other than that, I mean, that's the core mechanic of the game, right? It's like, you'll learn that over time. And if you go really high keys, you need to coordinate that with your healer CDs and all of that. But as most people in M+, they only struggle because either kicking or CCing or they don't know a gimmick. Like they don't know you can gateway over to skip these ads, or they don't know you can line of sight a cast or something. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Line of sight and cast is also, I think, horrible. But like, I don't know. I don't think these things should be that important. Yeah. That's my hot take on kicks. Fuck kicks. Get rid of them. And I think M+ would probably be better if it has 0 kicks. It would probably be more enjoyable. Even if it like got replaced by nothing, it would be more fun, I think. Like obviously not the best way. Like they should do other things instead, ideally, right? But yeah. Okay. But it's an interesting thing that I think a lot of people are like they can't imagine things, or like reimagine things the way, like in a different way than they are right now. Like you say, they're planning on reducing add-ons. Everyone's just losing their minds, dude. You say like I say like I think kicks shouldn't exist the way they are on Plus. People are like, no, 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 no. What do we do without kicks? It's crazy. Like parrying his frontal and getting to get stunned for a few seconds. Maybe try with the boss like Lost Ark does. Oh, that's interesting. I've not played Lost Ark at a high level, only leveled up and then stopped. But I hear Lost Ark more and more recently. It's actually interesting. If only there was enough time, guys. I know Lost Ark is grindy as well, but I think you can play the old stuff probably quite easy, right? People are very adverse to changes. I think that's a general thing. Yeah, it's just weird to me because in game, like that is for me the same thing IRL, right? Like I hate like moving and I don't know, doing like unordinary things. Like I don't know, if somebody told me I need to wear different clothing, different style of clothing now, I would be like, no way. Like I hate that. Or I don't know. I don't like change IRL myself. But in games, I mostly welcome change. I don't know. Think fucking my UI is terrible, and so I'm happy with the kick changes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sunrider, I think he had said things in the past as well, but again, there's like the separation of: are you against the philosophy of Blizzard, or are you against what you think they will actually implement? I can see the second one. I think the philosophy is very good. So you also need to think of this as a bigger picture. Like I'm not just thinking of this as my personal experience only. I'm thinking if a friend asks me, should I play WoW? I want to say, yeah, you should. It's a pretty good game. Right now, I would say no. With these changes coming, I think a lot of people will say yes to their friends. So I'm thinking of like the bigger picture of what WoW should be like and not which WoW I would enjoy personally. Because in the end, if more people play it, I don't know. For me, maybe I'm like a simpleton, but I enjoy it when more people enjoy and start playing the game. That improves my experience. Solo players can get Hall of Fame with new Delve Achievement at midnight. That is also another thing. I did get that spoiled, indeed. Be one of the first 1,000 players in your region to defeat Nulesius in his lair on tier without any other player in your party before the release of the next season of Dallas. Reward title, Fabled Vanquisher of Nulesius. Do you get anything else? You get whole... This is based on your region. Ah, okay. So no advantage to NA players over EU. Ain't no way they typed that. Who's this? Who wrote this post, bro? Anshul, my guy, Michael. Thank you for the shout out, bro. Yeah, no, I do like this. Solo competitive content is cool. To recycle doesn't seem pleased with the community reception of Kiveza, which is probably why. I mean, who is fucking surprised, man? So far, every time they've added something that is solo challenging content, people were happy about it. When was the last time people were mad? Just probably. I mean, some people are probably still mad, like, but fuck them. Which is probably why they are creating new incentives for players to face these challenges early on in the season. After having fun watching players progress through Kivezo during the preseason 3 window, we can't wait to see what Blizzard has cooked up for this new Delve Nemesis. Some people still cry about Delves, like normal Delves, just too hard. Yeah. We solo him, defeat Neleus in his lair without any players in your party.
before the release of the next season of Dolls. So you still get this achievement. Lightning the Dark defeats before the release of the next season of Dolls. Oh, with other people you can do it as well. And then is there before release on like the easy difficulty. Okay. See the comments. You always see the comments. How do I see comments? Can I see comments on this post? Oh, there's comments here. Dude, okay, guys. I read so many news somehow. I never saw this. That's crazy. I don't know. Okay, happens, I guess. Oh, there's no like upvote or anything. Gonna be funny when mythic players jump into delves just to snatch this Shiva up. All delve bosses are absolutely terrible design and QS is a worst of them. No, not sure what they are pleased with. Rare premium user. Wow. That's crazy. Never did the previous three, neither will this one. Overtuned fest that gives you nothing useful but a title to be forgotten to ever even exist. Is this fight gonna suck just as bad as Season 3 War Within? That's crazy. Rather it be a Herald of Titans like Jimin and be done under a certain eye level. I don't really care to rush content. That's true. I understand. That would be cool, but I mean, casuals are gonna hate this, right? Because they wanna. I don't understand this at all, philosophy at all that casuals have, that they wanna like have tons of gear and just one shot things, and they feel joy out of that. This does not make any sense to me. I don't know. But yeah. Palmerus is a troll. Oh, this guy? Oh, really? Okay. He got me, I guess. The first 1000 blood DK means what it actually going to take. It was. Oh, he got him. Pointless and will always be pointless to have solo Hall of Fame stuff. I was thinking maybe it was like raid where you need to kill 8 hard bosses, but that won't change a thing. A mythic raider will still show up and beat 8 bosses before solo play as well. Like I got the first level was at 597 eye level a couple of day after it was released. I still don't think that would put me in the top 100. Oh, I see that frustration here with this guy. So he's saying we are just gonna have so much gear that even if they wanted to clear this, they can't do it as quick because we're gonna have more gear. But I think this is actually full fake info because didn't our guys clear this stealth boss in the patch week, and before we got any extra gear? So what is he yapping about? Oh, is he maybe saying that he won't have the gear from the previous tier, so he will suck because of that? That's true, to be fair. If you're not playing the game actively and doing like M plus or you don't raid on Mythic, your gear will be quite a bit bad, like quite worse than people who do that. I cleared the first week with kind of shit gear from last season. Yeah, but if this guy is like full solo player, right? That means you can't raid, you can't do dungeons. You literally only have delve gear. I can see the frustration. I don't know what 597 gear is like, but yeah, then yeah. It would be cool if it was capped at a lower level, maybe at the level that you can get through solo content from the previous tier. So I understand that frustration, yeah. I look forward to the whole thing of all being tanks since they can't balance solo content at all. I don't know. I mean, maybe they put it. Maybe they balance it. Because they are adding a Hall of Fame now. That would be cool. Considering she's a pure skill test with almost no RNG, I'd hope so. I've still not done this fight, by the way. I don't know how good it is or anything. I'm a Delver and I don't really care about this. I just want to transfer, so I call it that the first time this would be a random Dominar. I saw Vengeance of Blood. Oh no, there's a Brewmaster. Yeah, anyways, Curious was the best one so far. We'll see. I think this is a cool thing. And separate Hall of Fame, so no advantage to NA players over EU. That's the most important part. Anything but the global fucking release, guys. Anything but that. That would be ridiculous. Let's separate the Hall of Fames instead. Devour tier bonus data mine. More data mine. Especially with something like this, I think it's a full tilt there to see it first on a NA stream, but whatever. This stream will have downtime between releases. Mix release will first delve into it. We could if it was globally released, but it's not, right? So NA will kill it first. We can do EU Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame rush echo style, and then you can see who gets number one. Yeah, no, I mean this could be a thing that we do broadcast though. I don't know. Do we know when this? When was Kiviza released last time? On the patch week before Heroic Week, right? Sorry, there was no Heroic Week. It was on the patch week before Mythic release. So if they do this now on the Heroic release, I mean, I don't know how hard it will be. Like, we're not gonna sit there and wipe hours because we need to do Heroic and stuff. But if we can do it like at the start, we could actually stream it on the Echo channel, show the POVs of our players trying to beat it. That'd be cool content. It's kind of weird they don't release rate globally in retail when they did in classic. Yeah, this one gets started. Yeah, okay. Devour tier bonus, data mine, more than my tier set bonus. Oh, here we go. Maybe we have mage now. Mage. We got him. Okay, each arcane charge increases your crit by 1%. Okay. Increases critical strike by 10%. That is so fucking random. Okay. Cool. We take it. Pyroblast, flame strike deal 8% increased damage. Casting Pyroblast or flame strike reduce the cooldown of Fireblast by 0.5 seconds. That's more interesting. But I don't know what to think about it still. Okay. First of all, Flurry and Blizzard deal 8% increased damage. Fingers of Frost increases Shatters damage by 10%. Yeah, definitely the tier sets are quite weak. But I think it's kind of unavoidable to have the first tier set. I mean, okay, it is obviously avoidable, but the way they do loot right now, it's kind of unavoidable to make the tier sets at the start. They need to be weak because over the expansion, the tier sets get stronger and stronger, and they want that because they don't want the mythic tier set of, let's say, the first tier to be just as strong or even potentially stronger than the normal tier set. Like they want the normal tier set of season 2 to be stronger than the mythic tier set of season 1. And to do that, they need to make the first tier set bad and the second one stronger and the third one even stronger. And that's how it is typically in like tier sets over the expansion. So I'm not too surprised with these things. Yeah. Arcane 1 seems a bit boring to me, but yeah, sure. I don't need them to be bad, but these are just boring as well. That's true. So with that, in the past, the first tier would just have no tier set at all. And then in Dragonflight, the first season, they started putting tier sets onto the first season ever. And it was also the return of tier sets, by the way. We had no tier sets at all. So, like, I guess it's better than nothing in a way. Also, I got informed that curios don't exist in the first tier. So it's going to take definitely longer to get your tier set as well. And would be a lot more RNG. So you won't be able to, like, easily
juice up certain players to have tier sets. That's an interesting additional thing. You get your Curio from the March end boss, but on the first raid, there's no Curio. Kind of crazy. The Shaman Ellie set seems cooler. But yeah. Void 3 damage, collapse star, energize everything. Yeah. Anyways. Go next. Midnight Alpha Fire. Dynamite class of spell changes. Ooh. These are only the new stuff, I guess. Let's look at Mage. Can't keep up with everything. Sorry, guys. Uh-huh. Buff to Eureka. Arcane changes. Sort of now. Okay, tooltip fix. Nothing here. Ooh, Fireball. Big damage increase. Interesting. Not as much on PvP anymore. Probably ends up being about the same. Master Ignite, your target burns value 0 instead of 100. I don't know what that means. I think this doesn't really matter from what I see. Meteor's cooldown is reduced. Name change from Demon to Blast Zone. Sure. Burnout. New. When combustion expires, all your active ignites explode, dealing 50% of the remaining damage. Oh. That's an interesting talent. That's a very all of your combustion expires. Wow. That's really cool actually. But only 50% of their remaining damage. Oh, that's not so cool. Wait. So single target, this is a DPS loss, obviously. But the target is about to die. Like if you're like target swapping to target and you're juicing your full combust on it, and then your target combustion expires, this could be something that will let you do more damage to the target instead of your ignite just going away because the target died. Could kind of like a touch of the Magi expiring instead of lingering there and just disappearing. But I'm having struggles figuring this out on multi-target. Let's make a crazy example of like, I don't know, 10 mobs having like a big ignite on each of them. They don't expire, they keep ticking, and you keep spreading from your main target. Versus they expire and you immediately build a new ignite and you spread that. I don't know what the fuck. I feel like this is like a trick question. Oh, we were assuming the ignites expire. Oh shit. Wait. Are you saying they could potentially not expire? I'm logging the fuck in, boys. That sounds interesting enough to log in. Doesn't it just? I assume it would expire, but this makes a lot more sense because it's only 50%. Okay, we're logging in and we're locking in. Let's go. Oh, do I need to? I need to install the patch, don't I? Oh no, I have it. I think. That's about that launcher is lying. Let's see. But no, that sounds cool. If it's not expiring, that's very cool. Also very strong for your burst damage. Okay, and then Cauterize. What the fuck am I seeing? What does this mean, guys? Don't you? Okay, should
Do I need to play here, or do I need to actually... Oh, play here? Bro, I'm so cooked. I don't know. Probably missing an update. Yeah, I guess the Battle.net launcher was lying. I just needed to wait so it tells me to install a new thing. Launch it and instantly press play. Okay, anyways. We continue. Could update it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not updating. Maybe they kicked me out of the Midnight Alpha again. Like it just says play, you know. Scan. Check for updates. Checking. Up to date. Okay. I don't know. It's fine. We sort it out later. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it fixes over time. Cinder Storm casting. Talent position has changed. Okay. Conflagration. Fire Blast deals additional fire damage up to 8 nearby enemies. Like every time you press it. Interesting. So Fire Blast cleave action. Okay. Damaging enemy with Fireball, Fire Blast, or Flare String increases damage it receives. Oh. I thought this was intentional. How is Control Destruction right now on retail? What the fuck just happened, bro? I heard like a rat is in my vaults or something. Something was like trickling down in my vaults, but it was like very loud. What is happening? I'm on the 11th floor. Is for Fireball touch Pyro right now? So what I noticed on beta was this was stacking up much faster. I guess because it's every tick of Ignite. And now it's again back to slower, I guess. Don't know. I don't know why they added it and why they removed it now, but fuck it, I guess. Okay. Deep impact. The enemy. So maybe this is just wrong. I don't know. I feel like it could still be. Because why did they change it and why is it gone now? Doesn't make any sense. Flamestorm meteor deal 10% increased damage. Instead of that, the enemy closer to the center of major takes 50% increased damage. This was already the case on the beta, so I think we're getting debated here a little bit. This isn't new. This is already in the game. I read this talent. I'm using this talent on the beta. Maybe what was the case is maybe this was still impacting Flame Strike by mistake and they fixed that now. It was only impacting Meteor. I don't know. Oh, name change from Blast Storm to Deep Impact. That's why. Dude, I feel like this is debate as well. I think these are just lies being told here. Maybe. I don't know. Because Blast Zone makes more sense for this talent name, sort of Deep Impact. Anyways, Feel the Burn was 3%. I swear this was also 3% already. And not 4. So I think this is also fake info. Last one additional charge and its damage was increased by 25%. This might be true. I don't know. Fire doesn't really matter. So you 20% chance to grant you a stack of fired up. It's a fire damage. I don't really know why they add these kind of talents. These kind of talents that like with these multiple applications or may overlap and is I don't know. I think this is weird. They do this on Arcane with like the haste thing as well. Every time you barrage or whatever. And on retail you can extend that.
and when it's about to expire, you really should press a barrage so you extend it. It's good, but on alpha you can't even do that. So I don't understand the purpose of these talents. It does not it does not change my gameplay. It does add me a buff to me, and like what it does is just in the end just more damage. Like I don't understand. I feel like they need like a rule that you're only allowed to add buffs to the game if it's gonna be something impactful and fun to play around that buff. I don't know. Make the buff bar great again. Make buffs great again. There we go. This is the new slogan. MBGA. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Such a good player, wasted on this talent. 4 or 5 times will feel like shit. No, you won't even notice this. You won't even realize. Mega disagree with small buffs are all kind of nice. What? Why? How did they affect you? It's just clutter. Why are they nice? Same with Blaster Master. I don't understand either why it exists. Or Master Blaster, whatever. Feel the Burn is called now. How do you think these are nice? Why are they nice? I don't get it. No. Please explain to me. Ugh. I don't get it. Generally leveling characters and stuff, feeling like your character gets passive buffs depending on what spec you play. But every talent is a passive buff already. I'm saying like things that you need to track. Like it can be like Firestarter is a good talent. You know, it's you can see that as a buff, but it's not something you need to track because it's not active sometimes and sometimes not active. And it impacts your gameplay. It's good. It's nice. I just don't understand why I need to clutter my buff frame with something that I won't do anything for me. I guess if I was fully playing solo, I wouldn't really care because I won't have that many buffs. That's true. But I still don't gain a massive benefit. Classic Andy half liking them. On Classic, I could see it maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Versus gaining a 0% chance affects you for leveling in any fun way. Master Master was nice when it wasn't capped, to be fair. When you say capped, what do you mean? It was always capped. You mean like when you could refresh it instead of it expiring the multiple overlap thing? Like, so what? Was there a moment where it was not capped? I don't remember that. As many stacks as haste allowed for a few weeks in old year. Really? I don't remember it. Interesting. In old year. Oh, in old year, was I playing Shadow? No, I was playing Mage, but we were playing Arcane in old year. My legendary 4 Mage comp. And then it turned out to be shit on the last boss because the boss pacified you when you picked an orb. I had this grand idea, guys, that on Uldir end boss, mages were gonna alter time, blink, blink, and get to deliver the orb immediately from the sides. And we played 4 mages, and to be able to do like 1 mage each side 2 times in a row, basically. And it turned out that when you pick an orb, you're pacified on Mythic, which we weren't aware of. It was not in the journal, and yeah, it turned out we only played 1 mage, called the buff, because it was horrible, and we had to pick warlocks instead for the gateway. Was an interesting experience. And then like 2 or 3 weeks, fire with Master Blaster, and then they nerfed instantly. Interesting, yeah. I don't know, maybe I forgot things. Down position change, fire screens, one additional charge.
Wait, let me try to log into alpha again. But for whatever reason, I can't even check for updates anymore. Can't log into alpha. They kicked me out of the alpha. This is crazy. What is this stuff? Show 3 mainline realm 226. Fuck it, I'm just gonna try to enter this realm. What happens? What? And I can enter. Oh. Can I create a new character? I can log in here. I'm gonna be ultra confused. Let's pacify. Yeah, you cannot do anything pretty much. Yeah, you can only move your character. But apparently you can take a gateway. So gateways were OP. And then we end up playing 4 warlocks, so you can take gateway twice and have 4 gateways ready. I'll be shocked if I can log in now. What the fuck? Okay. I'm doing the T-pose. Yeah, I've seen this on Twitter. Great. Okay. Fuck it, we go fire. Oh, is it just... no, I don't know what's going on with these realms, but this is definitely a reworked tree. This looks different than what I had seen. And this is the burnout talent. Okay, well, we can try it out. Wait. Oh. Go Sun Fury. Big talents. There we go. And then get my mount. This one is shit on beta for whatever reason. There we go. Where were dummies again? The alliance zone, dude? Somewhere here or something, or? As I'm lost again. We're in alliance place. Why did I make an alliance character? It was Mage Quarter, I think you guys said last time. Speak to a guard. Nah, bro, we do it our way. We're just asking the stream. Or farming while flying. I just saw it. Where is it, guys? Wasn't it Mage Quarter? I guess not. Northeast near the classic rogue trainer. Oh, I don't know where the rogue trainer is, but this is northeast. I know that much. This doesn't look like it. Old Town. Surely. Oh, yeah. Here, I remember now. Okay, true. And now we're saying when combustion ends, the ignites should expire or do damage. I'm stopping damage here. Boom. Ooh, yeah. It did indeed not get rid of my ignite, but it exploded all my ignites. That's pretty cool. In casting animations. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that talent seems pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, 1 minute combust. Wait, where did that happen? Oh, kindling has 2 stacks now. Interesting. Now we got a lot more movement suddenly. People were complaining that they, for 1.5 minutes, do nothing. Now they will only do nothing for a minute. In fact, it's not even a minute, right? Your combustion is up for 10 seconds. You can probably get it longer with some talents. Didn't check. I don't know if those still exist, but surely. Combustion. Let's see. Fired up. It extends combustion's duration by 1 second. Oh, the whole Apex talent tree is about fired up. Damn. The cooldown fired up by 5 seconds. Why? Oh, that is a lot more interesting as a buff now. Well, the buff is not interesting, but this effect of getting you 5 seconds of fire blast is pretty big. As increase your chance of gaining fired up and reducing each time you gain fired up. So let's assume you get 3 procs of that. You get 3 seconds of combustion here. You get Do you have anything else to increase combustion length? I think you did, but I guess they removed it. I mean, I guess it is right now 10 seconds, so just gotta check the talents that I don't have in case the search is not working properly. Yeah, I know. Okay. Maybe there is on Frostfire or something. There's maybe something. No, it doesn't look like it. From the search, at least. Okay. Yeah, I know. Still, 1 minute combust make things definitely interesting. Fireball, more damage is also interesting now. But that was only the fire changes, I guess, so far. Oh, Fire Blast now spreads only 50% of your target's ignite to an enemy instead of 100%. Here's the kindling change. I never knew how this talent works, honestly. If it's like, when combustion ends, does my ignite become powerful right after? Or is it the ignite that I apply that is stronger before combustion? No idea, dude, how this works. But, yeah, whatever, I guess. Then we close the center. Oh, this was part of Meteor already? Or what? Without a talent? I don't know. Surprising. Maybe I do misremember things. They nerfed the Molten Fury because they buffed Fireball, I guess. They nerfed the execute of it a bit. All fire damage still by 3% removed. Okay, Pyroclasm is the same way. I don't know. I feel like something about Pyroclasm is lacking, bro. Maybe, you know what I think Pyroclasm is lacking? I think when you have Pyroclasm and you cast a Pyro, hear me out. I think it should be castable on the move. How do you like that? I know it would reduce a lot of skill expression and it would make things a lot easier, but think about how good it would feel. It would feel a lot better, guys. Trust. All right. Thoughts, chat? Am I cooking or am I cooked? I'm not sure. I think I'm cooking. I think hard casting a pyro
on the move. In fact, it should even have a longer cast time for all I care. And it could like look fucking bigger and shit when you shoot it out. I think that would be really cool. Maybe it could be like the greater fire something, greater fireball or whatever we had on PvP. I don't know. Does that still exist, by the way? I love that talent. I don't know if it exists still. Let's see. Greater Pyroblast. Oh yeah. It could turn into a greater Pyroblast. When you have Pyroclasm. I think that would be so fucking sick. Chaos Ball equivalent. Is that how Chaos Ball is? I don't even know. Like aspect of the flows. I mean, like ice flows. I mean, you already played ice flows with Pyroclasm in the past. Now you won't have it. Say remove ice flows. And instead you could get this. And I think Pyroclasm would be a lot more fun. I think people would enjoy this a lot. Get me in contact with the mage class designer, guys. I'll give him some tips. This would feel so much more fun. The way it is right now, it will force you into taking Shimmer. And I don't know, man. You cast it and then you're like, ugh, I'm standing in poop. I need to Shimmer now. I don't know. Like, and you need to move, it will be fully tilting. I don't know. Just don't like it. Should be a guaranteed crit. That's what the spec needs most. That could be a thing as well, instead of just more damage. But I think the biggest thing is it being casted on the move. I think that would be feeling very, very good. Also would give mage currently, it's lacking quite a lot of mobility in their rotation. They have mobility still to zoom around to places, even with the Shimmer CD nerf. But in your rotation, you're a little bit poop. And Pyroclasm making it harder to play your rotation, even less movement is kind of weird. So yeah, I think it would be very cool. Pyromaniac. Okay, whatever. Increase size is increased. Wait, what? Pyromastery. Consuming industry increases your spell damage by 2% for 6 seconds. Another one of these effects, by the way, is multiple instances. Instead, they did Power Plus increase by 5% and its size is increased by 15. That's cool, by the way. Okay, they removed the multiple overlap on this at least. God fucking bless. So does it actually change size? Wait a sec. We're gonna have one with and one without. What is it called? Pyromaniac? Wait. Pyromastery. There. Let's get rid of this. Okay, first we do normal. Okay. This is the size of a normal Pyroblast. Let's see if it's noticeable, okay? I'm gonna zoom in a bit, actually. Last one, guys. Look at it very closely. Okay. Now I'm gonna spec it. Leave command. Oh my god, I blinked and I blast wave there because that's a talent now. There we go. Okay, we're getting rid of it. Still memorize that. What the fuck? There we go. This is all because I'm in a night elf zone. Now, let's see it again. I see no difference, guys. I don't know. I just not implemented. I don't know. I'm fully cooked. Do you see any difference? I don't think so, right? Nah, I don't. There's no way it got bigger. I think this is not implemented yet. I picked the correct talent, right? Yeah, no. Same super wall. Yeah, no. It's not in. Okay. Oh, Fireball always strikes critical. Okay. Wait, I thought that got addressed in a previous mechanic, no? Oh. This is increasing all damage dealt to targets below a certain health. Interesting. Whereas this is just Fireball, Insta Crit. Okay, I mistook the two talents. Casting combustion refreshes up to 1 charge of Fire Blast, 2 charges. Okay, yeah, whatever. Then on Frost, they buffed the baseline damage and nerfed the buffed the Shatter as well. Yeah, I did feel like Frost was a bit weak when I was leveling. These shatter damage equal 4 stacks of freezing and does not consume freezing stacks. Okay, I mean, that's the same thing. Oh, wait, what? They nerfed the shit out of Ray of Frost now? Out of the single target talent for whatever reason? Okay, surely they buffed something else. Although Ray of Frost single target was good, we saw it, as I was saying that when I played. But Glacier Spike is a 50% slow now. Okay, whatever. Handle Frost. Okay. This is now buffing Ray of Frost damage. Although this 1% is a bit sus. Okay, same things. Hero talents. Your haste is increased. Your nice critical strike damage. Your haste is increased by 2%. Is that okay? Whatever. I hate these hero talents, man. Way too many fucking talents. I hate it so much. This also has this enemy close to the center of meteor impact, bro. How many talents do we have like this? Few splinters, okay. Spell slinger changes. Sense shatter one additional freezing stack. Oh, that's interesting. You can shatter more freezing stacks if you're like overcapping. Nothing amazing here. Splintering orbs. Okay, it doesn't look like Frost got a lot of changes. Just the hero talents got some small adjustments here and there. Pyroclasm. They took Sun Fury Execution and turned it into... I don't know how much of that is new and how much was it was in already, actually. Seems weird. But yeah, Pyroclasm bonus. Meteor grants Pyroclasm if talented. Oh, that's interesting. To have some control over that is cool. Cooldown change from 12 seconds to 25 seconds. Interesting as well. Slows are more valuable nowadays. Big brains. Gain intellect. So like normal general. I guess they didn't do any arcane specific changes. They just changed the spell slinger arcane stuff. Duration of brain freeze increased. Clear casting is increased. Duration of hot streak is increased. Why? Is that like a general talent now? Why? Am I missing something, bro? Are we fully cooked now, or what's going on? Why? Is this so that I can do like an M plus and I can get a hot streak from a mob and hit the next pack with it? This seems very unnecessary. Also, I can also see my charges on my fire blast. Indeed, it is 30 seconds. Huh. Okay. The most fucking random talent I do not understand. There's definitely an M plus thing. It's just like, it's just very random. Okay, interesting, sure, whatever. The Dragon's Breath position has changed, but they're still together, Dragon's Breath and Supernova, so it doesn't really matter. Interesting, Inspire Intellect is here. I wish they would just remove spells that you're gonna pick no matter what, man. I need a simplified talent tree. Once you level up to max, your talent tree should get simplified. And something should be locked in baseline. Like, I'm gonna have Ice Block. It is what it is. I'm never gonna not have Ice Block. That'd be nice. Actually, maybe that's a play, dude. Maybe you cut Ice Block and then you can get more damage increase. That'd be wild. Improve, remove curse. Cast remove on a friendly target. Also cast on yourself, but its cooldowns increase. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, here. Wow. Okay. Bro, we're going so backwards. I'm here every fucking stream talking about that they should take these talents out of the talent and just give it to you baseline. Because most of the time when you don't have this talent, it's because you forgot to pick it for the dungeon that has curses, or you didn't know the raid boss that it has a curse. Like, I swear, 95% of the time you just forgot to pick it. It's not a choice. It's just because you literally just forgot. And they're adding another talent to it. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no fucking way. There's another talent that you will just forget to pick when you need it. Ain't no fucking way, man. Oh, this is not what I was hoping for. And with Counter-Strike, cooldown is for 5 seconds. Prevents casting for an additional 1 second. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting talent. It's a good talent, I would say. This, I think, is I'm more okay with. I mean, again, and you forget it's going to be mostly because you forgot, but it's like if you pick an interrupt and you think interrupting is cool and you're going to play on plus, I mean, I guess you're going to pick this. I don't know what the trade-off is, but I think it's going to be rare that you're going to like swap this in between M plus dungeons. So for M plus, you're going to have it. For raiding, you're not going to have it unless in a raid fight you are interrupting and you think it's important. But this is just, you're going to forget half the time. Same with spell steal. Where's spell steal, dude? Oh, of course there's improved spell steal. Of course. Repeats its effect after 4 seconds, but it now has a cooldown of 4 seconds. Nah, I think they got cooked on this one. I don't think they cooked. Nah, I'm not liking these. Like, I think they have the like they feel the need to create all these talents, but they really don't need to. It's okay. Just give us less talents. It's fine. You don't need to do these things. I don't know. Like your take on that one? 100% wrong by Blizzard. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. This is a thing that an add-on could do nicely, by the way. Like a good reminder of what talents to pick. I know you can have talent. Like in the end, when I was playing M plus at like decently high level and I was playing a lot, let's say, and I was constantly getting annoyed that I'm forgetting to pick certain talents, I would have a talent page for every single dungeon, and then I would maybe slightly adjust things here and there depending on the setup. But most of the time, I'll just pick the dungeon and I would pick that talent and I'm done. But if there was an add-on that would like recommend you certain specs, um, like don't forget to pick the curse. You know, this dungeon has this curse or something. That would be actually quite useful. I know it would need to be baked in custom every time, but it would actually be a very nice add-on. And like suggest you change the mechanics or something. Somebody make that add-on. I'll use it. I'm telling you, a lot of people will, and it's not affected by all the add-on pruning or whatever. There's a week for that already, sir. Oh, there is. I don't know, man. I didn't have it back then. I'm talking about Dragonflight last season, and I just made a talent tree for everything. That sounds like a good week aura. But hey, Vicars won't exist next time, so here we go. We need it again. Yeah, oh my god, they nerfed it even more. Oh yoy, okay. Well, this talent is dead now. This was one of my favorite talents, and it's completely dead. I think it is 80% on retail. They nerfed it to 60%, and that wasn't enough as well. They now nerfed it to 40%. I think now this is pretty much completely useless unless you're leveling up and you want to travel fast every now and then while leveling. But you're not gonna pick this in a rate setting, I don't think. Whereas with the 80%, it was actually pretty useful, I would say. Like very useful, I would say. Now, I mean, you get 40% like randomly pre-shielding you or something. So yeah. Mana cost reduced by 5%. That's interesting. Mainly for arcane. Mirror image cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds whenever mirror image dissipates due to direct damage. Removed. That makes sense. Category changed from talents to uncategorized. Oh, it's just gone, I guess. After casting blink, it's replaced by is replaced with reflection for 8 seconds. Teleports you back to where you last blinked. Oh, what? 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 They took displacement and turned it into the same number. Hold up, guys. Okay. What about this? It went through my cast, but it interrupted my cast. What the fuck? It had like a... Wait. Okay, and now I do this. Okay, that's weird. Like either it should not happen or it should... Either it should not interrupt my cast or it should not go through. Typically, to have this interaction, you would need to have a stop casting macro in your ability. That's weird. But I'm going to pick Shimmer and see what happens next. So you can have... Wait, actually, before... Oh, did they remove the two... Oh, whoa, wait. They remove two charge. Wait, do we have Shimmer with 2 charges or no? Hold up. Oh my goodness. Wait, why are... Wait, hold up. Is it here? Oh! Okay. So you pick between the charge and between reflection. Well, fuck reflection. Obviously, you're gonna pick the fucking charge, boys. I say it's going off the cooldown any second. Yeah, this has 2 charges right now. Yeah, this was not the cook. No one's gonna pick this. Wait, why would you pick this? I guess like super situational, right? If you're like if you're PvPing and you're gonna jump off a cliff or something, you will play this 100%. I can see that. But aside from that, I guess I think this is a cool situational talent, but like 99% of the time you're not gonna play it, right? If maybe there is a fight where you need to do some weird shenanigans, and this could be useful. But a big could. Big could. Yeah, but I just want to know if you have Shimmer. Wait, why can I not change my talents? No, I can. What the fuck? If you do have Shimmer, does it stop your cast? That's what I want to know. So, check. It still does stop your cast. Yeah, it's fucking horrible for Shimmer. Yeah, no, it sucks. I don't know. Interesting idea, but only interesting. That's it. Yeah, not good idea so far. I thought they maybe fully. It's like a mini altar. We don't get the HP back. True, and it's on a GCD, and you can't pick it when you pick 2 stacks of Blink or Shimmer, which you always want to have. It's so good. That's Jerusalem Midnight. I have not played it yet, sir. They stop fucking implementing new things, I'll have a chance. But that is the next spec I would play, actually. I would play Druid, and then I'll play Warrior, and then Rogue. But I'm not getting to it, sadly. Okay. What else do they have? Oh, it's also 7 o'clock. Actually, I need to piece it, but also we're at the end of Mage. I guess this is the end of today, guys. I don't know if there is any other cool news. Let's quickly check for tomorrow. Just has many great weapon appearances. Mana for make a renown rank. Don't care. Terror boost removed. What's doesn't matter. Live. Who cares about live? Midnight pruning of X's or X's for pruning. Okay, don't care. What your opinions? If Rupture, don't care either. Mythic Dungeon Invitational, whatevs. New toys. Oh, that's amazing. Enjoy Blood Off and Void of Transforms from Quest Gear and Midnight. No. I could not care less. Quest Gear. Prune and modifiers, prune of fun. Registration, simplifying crafting proficiency and regions. That's interesting a bit. Yeah, we look at that tomorrow. Balance Priest character cameos. Don't care. Defense of some element intro story spoilers. Ooh, don't want to press that. Smart beacon, 90-second wings, and buff tracking. First impression of midnight. Okay, yeah. Smart beacon sounds interesting. I think I may know what that's about, but yeah, I don't want to do class impressions since it's too detailed, honestly. But yeah, we got to a post, so it's just literally one post. This thing, and I can look at it tomorrow. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for watching. It was cool stuff. We learned again things. Combustion is 1 minute now. We can all celebrate. Healers losing their kick and their mind at the same time. That's amazing. We love that. And never again let Liquid win, bro. You were in a team that was winning for 5 wins straight. Now we have to watch that glasses pump. That glasses. Holy shit. Explaining Titus on his high horse. Liquid to Team Liquid's logo metaphor there. I see what he did there with the high horse. Cannot stand him, please serve me. Thank you, sir. No, don't worry. But yeah, I think we're slowly coming back. Ideally, we would have gotten back in this last year, but the team is pretty strong, so I'm feeling good. All good. Insane first message. Was that his first message? My God, coming here with the motivation, bro. Was it Khabib who called someone glasses or something? I remember something like that. But anyways, thank you for the stream, guys. Remember, we are, and if you haven't seen it yet, we are sponsored by GrabTap. Gotta do a segment before I leave Is what it is, boys. GrabTap, here you go, is an app that you can sign up to. And when you are playing any of these games, and they have like new games rotating in and giving you missions. It's mostly mobile games, I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be all mobile games even. But some of them you can also play on the PC, right? Some of them are like mainstream games that people just play. If you do play any of these, you can do their missions here. And when you do that, you can also pick a community to support. In this case, you have to press subscribe. That's the cool bit about it. But you yourself also gain rewards by completing things. So let's say I support myself, of course, because I'm a good guy. And then when you complete these things in the game that, let's say, you would play anyways, right? You don't have to play a game like a new one if you don't want to. But if you do so, if you're interested in any of these, or maybe you're actively playing already, you do these missions and you get additional points. And with those points, you can do whatever you want pretty much. So if I get to level 120 in this game, if my math is right, or even earlier actually, about 112, if I get to this level in this game, Dark Epoch, I can get a €5 discount on my Amazon. I can give this to other people, or I can use it myself. It's not I am getting it for you playing. You are getting it yourself. That's how I understand it, actually. I will also gain something for it. I don't know what I gain, personally. But this is what you get, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm debating you guys here, but I don't think so. Yeah, it's like play and earn. Yeah, this is you earning stuff if you're already playing these games. And if you are a whale and you're throwing tons of money at it, or if you occasionally pay, like spend $13 in game and get 13k points, that's pretty big actually. You get 10 of those dollars back. You actually get all your money back because 10 euros is more than. Oh, yeah, you get all your money back. Interesting. That's cool. I didn't even know about that. So unless I'm understanding this wrong, you spend $15 in game, you get 15k points, and then you can get $15 in a virtual Visa. So you basically lose no point, and transfer that to your bank means you lose no money. So yeah, that's pretty OP actually. I'm sure eventually it's not worth, right? So this works until you spend $50, but if you want to go and spend $200, that probably isn't good. But if there's a game that you like and you want to spend a little bit money, but you're like, damn, I don't want to lose money though, because I do like money, but do want to spend it at the same time, you can spend it and get your money back. That's pretty cool. And they're changing these games on this. I've already seen new ones that I had not seen before. So if you're playing any of these games, you can look at it, or you can click and check. Maybe it's also regional. I don't know. I know Raid Shadow Legends, Roblox, super popular. Yeah, I don't know much about mobile games mainly, but yeah. Reachy game. So wow, interesting. Yeah, if you're interested in this stuff, guys, make sure to check out. And if you're not, no, don't check out. Either way, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support in the stream. And tomorrow we got tons of other things to do. Done with news. I can play the game. Fuck champ. Probably gonna check out the new dungeons. We got 3 of them. And also maybe a different class. Maybe I do a different class and a new dungeon at the same time, so that I get to experience both things in one. That could be cool. Yeah. How would I say? YouTube Vlogmaster. Hey, dude. How are you doing? That's Frank, right? I think so. Yeah. Thank you, man. You too. Bye-bye, chat. We gotta catch up at some point, Frank.